governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before, and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter, and I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open.
show here on Accra100.5FM. Jumedi any day in the citizen show me Dean Nana Utu Darko voice for the voiceless. Call me the gatekeeper of the nation. We are ready to serve our country. The 10th day of September 2025, the year of our Lord, 46 minutes past, the hour of 2 emphasis the PC. Emma NS Kwame Kwachi, producer 1. Sir, what you say, Jumedi, Emmanuel Lying to your fly. I bet for quantum pointing tankers, so your boy, my Facebook, Accra 100.5 FM, YouTube, Accra FM 100.5, of course. Yeah, Brat Party. And so treat here, Nempa Bunti, Black Stars at least, Longo, your Koyanim, your Bompire, Sir, World Cup when they back qualify. Of course, we share the kind of play in terms of, team cohesion. I mean, but there are individual players who are doing well, certainly in the Black Stars. The Empire Bonnie say, you back qualify na ama yeniaji ewu krum hanum. Me patrol, a friend of our journey, ubetimi de. Wadrinchre about Facebook on Accra 100.5 FM na yakenkai amao yemfasi the PC and so ma the Commander General Commander Boham Kwabena Bobie Ansah rapenyin yitwa kuruse bru na akunya no so sane enso yatena so yi be ha chiri kama me patron bejo samba e o Facebook bejo samba e o Facebook uba na baby a wutie me free no na wo hwe yen free no na wa me yehu no and will not hesitate say yen so ye be wish you very well and you are not being so di on birthday maybe at the tail end of the show ye di betudwa na omonso ya bo mabaso and one of them the bodyguard of like security to Honorable Eric Opoku. International Isa, today's your birthday. You better say that wish you very well, ma. Emphasis the PSN Suma, Honorable Eric Opoku, fantastic minister by our standard. Juma, Bra Penny Bo, Minister of Agriculture, SWNI, and Sawo Catcher. Feed Ghana is launched and Chow Kwanketenkete, then Krabatano, baby, Intino Eric Opoku on show. Yenchia, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Ama. Kofi Boa na ono so obika yetene so ane ya sorry waye na adwene se homa President Mahama enim engwase okwan bia one ne mpam for through the establishment of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat, which is NIMOS, okwan bia ombefa so na omako galamsey no omania bre enti enavie Sir Honorable Minister Kofi Boa 18 ya itwa no krisi mamicha de led them our Minerals Commission, I'm Mausi PRO, at the Ministry of Lands. But Kwame, eneno, maybe Eda Makuma Soa me pesemeka, and maybe if you're man near Tenase na Koma Honomono na Yakan. Of course, audit uncovers over 1,000 babies on National Service Authority payroll. Yebehe wasem na Yakan se emofra babies. They are pim. It's one National Service. And Kwada Umination. One na momo de krona ye timu no chese akronfofa. Hey, and Kwada babies. And Kwada ya wom totofe. Omu apem no kwa ni yehu. Ewo National Service. And Kwada no dofuo ewo brema ye sukuma na se. Wo mu twitwi ponkose we. 1,000. Very well. You be wrong na Penny Fortunasia, Yahon Masamaka. Now, President Mahama meets the press this evening, and then enumerate President Mahama. Ye mami kunu prekope. So when say if you are no Lordina Mayemu, na no to dako, and there's Kwame Kwachi. Yay, Mami Odindi. Ese ubi TH say, one pello dinner sem, where dread you wait to Africana. Ye mami no. No futabra bian mano. Mrs. Dr. Lordina Mahama, fantastic woman. Pate pese obeka ho ya mema form afele. Yeah, ma me nya misra. Me see nia me kwa mo nia me ka o ma me Lordina ho. Tama aban no opposition no. Even though or your opposition first lady, ma me e de ne botum sika. SC hospitals. Se ne beya ya ma menom ne mofra. and she won no many baby yada. It is a ball of Dina Mahamadina, like we said, Yehuna and fire home. Kwame, who would have found Lodina Freyu, Yakura Pamon Frey, because you're a professional journalist. A human, it's for God and country. It's Yama Mrs. Dr. Lodina Mahama, my intro crusade, baby, I will be a Kwame Yencha, Chairman General. I see Dunkitia. Fantastic man by our standard. Yenchano. People have been jailed for misapplication of funds. Atuguba endorses Tokunu's dismissal. Ubeka 2012-2013 court petition. Ujentrenia a judge for Abejoku. Were you on Titreni no? You were Atuguba. I know this sense. Atuja say it was say. Mami Tokunu yim nediara. It is for the right reasons. Ntina meka say na president Ebeshia press. Ti nche Kwame Kwachimo. You ready? You ready? But sometimes I am in your course. Was it Enra? Some other stations frame me. Investment stations needed. Oh, no to that call. One why me and co-president. Charlie Moon, I for na yes animal. Do see? Oh, I'm not a raho crackam. Oh, if you na stations I'm from a crab for. I the almost patchawako press. Na dia na say ni ya sibari ya no so ne dia no. Oh. I say I unyo bia dan fa yem frɛ. I don't on bukran po say nkro hon kran ko bisa question papa bia. Allow people to come. Allow people to come. Different stations. Mo nyina mra. Masa 500 go Ghana nyina taxes. Sole no kra hia ne mema. Omampeni opesa he want people to ask him questions. Obekaya in the whole 8 years of Nana Akufo-Addo, or yeah, me the press one, but you realize that the current president wants to be consistent with the press. 8 years into 9 months of the John Dramani Mahama-led administration, or per se Ghana for through the media, so he's a president. He's availing himself. It is a common media. Into where the NC a year bra penning kwachu fusu fele so. I am in your cause be brave, but Mr. Moa. Motion stations, no station be as a trail. Let them come. We want to be Mr. Question. We will be to one idea. It's just the joy of it. Say on man penny Asia press Wakubi. And don't forget 2020 is not the year building. Timamu try media be please. Now, Kwame, who said make I say no birthday for treat, but there's a very great son of the soil, Willie Mans. Willie Mans, international Willie Mans. Yeah, why a young man. But Kwame, ye kase will be a wadini sika buenipa. Willie Mans is there. Eti me say Willie Mans birthday. Say, hey, and I said I know to that way there birthday. Baby, Willie Mans will be a now me na Willie Mans. When was the time? Yes, Willie Mans did that one. Kwame, what on if you order? Hey. Me can be say one year a despite I museum no onu fear more than museum. Willie Mans car be say minimum the test car any Willie Mans fee. It Willie Mans ana ya de not one no. That no frame to bra. Was it 2 years ago or 3 years? Me call ye. Bam Saturday me used to die you know. Oh, Willie Mans just of feeling me come me simple cry. So unim how are you filling stations oh. He has other businesses. He's such a great man. Now, Willie Mans said, wow, some boa party. How do you mean? But Willie Mans is a great guy, and this you must take care of because he has taken care of the party very well. Eti, we join the rest of the world. We wish you, sir, a happy birthday. Baby, I will be ready in Shroud, Mr. Willie Mans. God bless you. Now, let's come back home, and there's. One finger na me pese kwa meka ho asem na meka say anytime be a me baby a meka ho asem man can't throw. I wish I told you earlier nanka manya tape na me ye nea honorable Fifi Kwete e kan you know honorable Fifi Kwete Emma some advice and a very important finger and yes sir you did agro if you're able to get the video for me I'll be happy to play the video first Ansah na medisa nkomono. Bakwa mo hwe Facebook no so ma me na anuanom so aba no so na yen acknowledge. Me so over Facebook so anu wa share man. That's it. That's how we do it. Over Facebook and WhatsApp. Me first the PC my MTN. Thursdays are now extra special on MTN. Yeah, Thursdays just got more exciting because from now on you get a nice 25% bonus on your first data bundle purchase of the day. One finger. Now me press it. Yeah, Thursday. When your bundle on MTN app, will be used *138# this and every Thursday on MTN. And MTN saying that not enough for a lovely customer like you, so they're offering a free extra movie ticket when you pay with Momo at the Silverbird Cinemas at the Accra and Western Mall. For those of you wonderful people in the great Garden City Kumasi, you get your free ticket at the Golden Cinemas in the Kumasi Mall. May you be Samia? I think your movie data are sorted from now on. Yeah, it's a sweet deal, isn't it? So just bundle by dialing *138# and make the best of your 25% data bundle discount. Now, obviously, all the other cinemas. Use Momo and get your free extra movies tickets on MTS Yellow Thursday. You have the PC and Suma up-to-date extra. Up-to-date estate construction set. Omo wow. As I say, no, why for? It's here no 25K. Now 25,000 the crowd was saying 6 months. Now dear Pia and Umpuno with your best escape. Well, I'll come you to Pram near Doina Ubutua. Aha, Fisher Hillsview Estate A and B and so on. Now in a very well demarcated area, acquired them in Kania near dear. And I am a pair of up-to-date estate and construction. He said, Unum Edija from Crane to Crank, from Silbert Tassasino. Akwes will be CAV, Nina, Umbetimi Abuau, and to the setback coded site plan, land surveying, building construction, architectural drawing, and a land registration. Umbetimi Abuau. That Betimian with Fiada enemy in the no panel soon, 7 a.m. Umbetime Shiawa, officer, will be Shalom Sports. We battle drum number 0531 228 238 and 0500454989. Go TV. And so as you are saying, me ban me do more dance here. Macot Surgicals, and so you are saying, Jedi Enterprises also here. Village Herbs Clinic. Near from Manswa, amongst our Hadon Bills microcredit. When I say saying,
those who are on the other side, while you yourself are part of the system that want to subvert the same laws and the same constitution, the same rights things from being done. So you should be the first point of making sure things are done properly. That's the only way we can establish a society that will be truly great and strong. My first thing. My second thing is this. And Attorney General, I'm sure the pressure is mounting. We at the level of the party are picking the signals. And the signals we are picking is this. That many among us, in spite of the further pleas and the pressure coming from the public that the things have to be done properly, punishment must be exacted, and things have to be done, some among us are busy trying to cut deals with people who are supposed to be prosecuted. Some among us are trying to cut deals. Some are becoming conduits through whom pressure is being brought to bear on people who are supposed to do what is right. I'm not mentioning names. A time may come where we may have to. A word to the wise. Some know themselves. Those who are. We are hearing your names. Think again. Because this victory was achieved largely because the people of Ghana wanted the right things done. Not for deals to be cut. For them to say, okay, now that we are on the other side, we cut deals so that tomorrow you also can get a deal cut. No, it won't happen. If it's to be done, it must be done well. And to be done well means it has to be thoroughly done, proper due diligence. The job must be properly done. And you are the lawyers, so you should know. If you say righteousness and justice should be the foundation, it must be. So you cannot in one breath be making proclamations.
They see. Me riding the Fifi Fiaviquete. One of the finest goose I had torn when this in one metal. A friend Fifi Fiaviquete. And I think he's one of the few chaps in the NDC here who cry Fly Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings Akoma. Again, Fifi Fiaviquete. I am one of the few guys in NDC and in Ghana's political landscape. One fan of crazy. I say, what kind of credit to me, irrespective of baby Asemano Ebeto. He is the General Secretary of NDC, and his name is Fifi Fiaviquete. Mamini kai emana baso for akuhudra unya ya wakano kre etri to me. Na sense me etwasa me kambi because say ya to abama amanyo kuobia. There are certain expectations. O manfon wo nyina so bia wo hwe ansana watoaba yen toaba keke to say abobo adam yen toaba because ye tia hwehwe ho and yenim ne ekokromoti beye yenim ne de ekokromoti beye nti de ekotoaba ye toaba because we want a certain change. It is ye toaba ni we are. There's a certain direction and wo manfon no hwe say amamu no befa ho. Samamu na mfa ho a eno no manfo no ehwe udin kase abra wo bontoa no wugina paso gina simpie so ka kire yense yenkoto abane ma no wo ka se ubeye A ubeye B ubeye C no waye D up to Z hwe se ne ye to abane ma no wo ye fire ho na omanfo no behwa wa ko sisa wo bepem no masia yensesan sansesan no na mempese ebesi enti me no every step of the way of the president and every step of the way of the government, unfortunately, the former administration, MPP Abai, and the Kufado first year they had the goodwill of the people. It's no makasa and one no, and a fay, one must share so brache eche. And now so branch that some DNT. A for a man for the can, no munti. A for a man for the can, no more come drink to a man for no. And then woman, and there, she sent the MPP at to say, Contibi. And you know, this is not the MPP that used to be. It's obvious, sir. Bibiako, it is quite obvious. It means sure, sir. Send some na way, yeah, and you some na at that NDC for any Ghana for any DJ. NDC for so much say we na atu MPP e bi beto na se sao ye na be into NDC ya e twam ye ba ko pe so betie a futu especially advice from the good people of this country say NDC for penny for anyone who ne e bi akwankyerɛ for penny. In fact, free man penny to the last person through chief of staff, executive secretary to the presidency, chief executive officers, public relations directors, deputy directors, any impenyufo worker, special envoys, political envoys, political sentries, ministries of government. In fact, one way see abenim ewamanone some ambassadors, say high commissioners, those who run consulates, any ahodo. Senya omo benya ahobrasie e de asum Ghana man no. That is what is important. T abra iswa na ya wo ye to party me ya wo ye to party me wo hopa na ya de MPP twama furuma ya de NDC twama furuma wo hopa na ya tight say ukofa aboa mpo besi wo now there certain political colors yeah time achimfo nti MPP na no the example. Say ukofa MPP colors be sha aboa ponchi no ne NDC ni oye nipa contest ya aboa ponchi ni be win that contest. Yes, that suddenly a catch. But ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you for free say some political dynamics, you know, and trajectory, you know, near trying to say one man for the need day by day. So currently in politics, I can say ubetimi ejimi sabi ubetimi ejimi enkrofoni nyina baako Ubetimi ejimi enkrofo ne fa de bia. But untimi njimi enkrofo ne nyina de bia. You can fool all the people sometime. You can fool some of the people all the time. But you cannot fool all the people all the time. Nem kata se. Aha, etin ese ye hunu se, wa manfo na to abama no esombo. And that is why eye ahantan dwe any kankan proye any dream saban ya o bu oman pese wotena so cha etwa se sane mani nyina wo pagu. So far so good. So far so good. Mr. President, I just said young person be kan okre. But Mr. President, say you behwe petentakram ni ahwa hunamani based on adwuma wonu wakwankyerefo apanimfo bi ene asoafo no bi. Ah, wo hwe obi te say yeah, Nunekpoku courage. Look at what he's turning TDs into. Kwam, the guy is doing well. You see, these are the people we need in this administration. Because I'm telling you, I don't care. You could be a minister of state. Look, you could even be at the presidency. Opa frame Papa Julius Debra and you may quayo. I tell them, and don't different. Many sycophant. I don't entertain mediocrity. Many hypocrite. See, it's better you hate me. For nukura mekatra ne. Ebe yo yanso bebo adachi. Since all bedome, semi tran trachra ne. Never ma who ya de and so be how dachi. And that is me. Yeah. Ediena owura fifi fiavikwete kind. And oya peninti kron one wenim, but it's obvious asema papa person worker. Utu da akono wano so. Fen one wenim. Suyanya sa te se fifi fiavikwete kese mhule wie. But enyanom na me basa me kan say papa na kanyansa sem. And it's a warning to some people, some apparatchiks in NDC. Yes, say duesi wo na ahaban mono no etia aya eyenhwesode kese ema ahaban dada no esanse ahaban dada ne di kantie ana mamemu ni sei se ahaban dada ewodua so tia eyenhwesode kese ema ahaban mono potokasa mo say the fall of a yellow leaf is a great warning to the green. Enti say NDC aban kura ni hwesodie bia, they can use the Akufo-Addo administration as an example. Can we say eniema potentia ya tu aban ma John Dramani Mahama ni NDC sabi esheda anya economy ana? Can I even say that? Can I also say eniema bebre ewo ehomasuamu a ne ye pesa ban we besesa, and of course obaye double track otwam ni ade oma yade, but ebi mpo a na enye no na yekese ana de bia me kase galamsey eyade a ehayem pa. But can I even say yes ebe muto aba because of galamsey, but ebia there's one most important thing it is a galamsey a eno so ye nyina so kese ntia Ghana for kwa abato so koto aba etia Akufo-Addo Bobie ne na bayana. And let me break it down. Here I am telling us for free say we galamsey sin chen ade ba ko a etia to abama John Dramani Mahama ne NDC abani say yanchi akronfo entum. Listen, enya fa amaba abamu na modwen say sebi ewiase nyansa nyina asomo NDC fo mudie enya fa ya maba abamu na all of a sudden you have married the spirit of plea bargain mudie enya fa ya NDC fo maba abam and all of a sudden you think it's a huma bro hu hia muntie and do what exactly we voted for you to do in the area of justice. And Grofo said 8 months too quick. Okay, I may agree with those people. But about is saying a general secretary of a ruling party. Behuno Beka say NDC phone be Adanom Goro boys, and these are not his words. But in permutation, NDC phone be Adani Goro boys and Crofonwa one di boni ekase emra no mudino. Woman afraid the omu di omanim epopacha mom. A general secretary of NDC. Then this guy Fifi Fiavikwete is an honest man. Oh who ya on kanda. Oh who ya on kanda. Enuti otuda akwati ase se sa enipa boni fo we kan enti na ate se enkrofo omde Ghana fa kwan boni so in the last administration no omne nam ho eti se se ma babati ase se kenofori ata de e bi obeba next 3 years abeti ase certainly not because of near area 50 kwete kan but because of adanko dada dia momo dwen se abubabu adam ti mo de data e okrom hanom. It's so funny. It's so funny. No office of the special prosecutor actual letter. Na kono for your reply. No actual letter. Now we have reply. Yes, I am what to Interpol. We say the red, green, blue inter. Must say, hey. Sa grown na woman this will grow and move jai. Now 4 years and chariba. Ghanaians are not fools like you have been fooling them in the past elections. Ghana for sabi ye niate. Ana yako to abani amen this 8 years o. Ye to aba for the next 4 years. Eduma pa NDC beye no and ye begina so renew mu mandate for another 4 years. Temo bia nwini se Ghana no ya no work campaign dia mobi. Ye fa Ghana show bia nsa o. Ye dia samunsa bad for a short while. It is sayemu bi edo John Dramani Mahama. And sadly we come ne kwame enka but ye Lodina ma. And as children of Lodina Mahama, as you can because our father is involved. What are you talking about? So for what are you saying? Our father is involved. Yet John Dramani Mahama bang. Hey, wow, you for we will fish you out. Mungamu. It's better for you to get out of government for the whole government machinery to perish. We are minister now in your year. It's better for you to be reshuffled, get out, than for the whole government. Say, baby. We are CEO now, more number, you better take you out. It's better for you to get out than the whole government machinery to hit the rock. Identity, na yamubi, pesa, ye di, any pabani for anymore. Na punishment, yes, a bomb, so a delay. Why? And you call yourself an NDC man? You call yourself a member of government machinery also when you say to me. Oh, when you say I'm ready to kroma. I'm not mining koso. And ne general secretary where you musuntuma. So same way I was itching to talk some. Because Kwame, me trasa mintiasia, je ne comprends pas. Mintiasia as to why for a very long time as I done letters, I done press conferences. I can't get it. We'll be say it is good to do press conferences. Send a beya. One more show light on what is happening. My page may say on that one. Because one may press conferences is what. But I'm talking about practicalizing your theories. And yes, let's create a special court for these criminals. Then my honorable Makofi Boa some advice say, Galam said mo person mo kwa. Create a special court for this a yinebado. Sa boys in Kolan do many show. Ko pay bibi na di. But a excavators create special court for them. If we are serious as a government, say your person ya ko sa enkrofo no a de Ghana e fa kwan bone so no a, why are we delaying? Don't tell me the wheels of justice grind slowly but it gets to its final destination. You are not the court. The job of an attorney general is to prepare them for the court. How many have been prepared for court? If you are officer in charge of special prosecution, Massa, office of the special prosecutor, how many have you guys prepared for court? Mokasi your time, we don't get time. John Mahama, he has only 3 years. Massa, we are running. If you are working, we will take you out and put people who want to run with us. I'm telling you. Me to me you with the radio so answer John Mahama fan pen. Yes. I'm saying this without fear of favor. Mundi agro sago gwagwadwuma na moye no. Okay? There are people who are doing well. Kwam, Daniel Mabo Honorable Kujo to Blackwas Abaso. People like Honorable Kujo to Blackwa. Agric. Eriko Poku. Health. Papa de say Minta Kando. Maria Usi free zones. And I'm about courage do not peku. How they say TDC. Dosu. Hey, Sami Jenfi, Kwame, you free and more. Gold board for one swire, DB. You free and you beba gold board. See, these are guys who are doing so. Maybe we are there, Becca. But as a moment, justice wheels in India, too slow. Slower than the work of a tortoise and snail put together. And somebody got to tell you. Journalist Babrenko appointment in T. Rather than Shenipa. Dabio, na Samukramu di giant, Kwame, Yama Melody Namahama obedi di giant. At least Kwame Kwati Nyakakroma and Biedi. It's in your wenti and your beton ye mudi. It's not because of this that we sell our integrity. You better no crash that to me. You better no crash that to me. Eti Bisramo. And this if way, me person me come say Juma de mo ye. Obi obeka se mo nya Juma bi o time. So far in the Fourth Republic, one of the most efficient governments we are John Dramani Mahama lead. So far is the truth. But Mr. Mo justice area need to delay to do. And until many and Krofobia Casano. And Kwame, one of the reasons in Tia make us we know. Tama honorable Fifi have equated cars and some new and cars. Otudako, you are fighting for the right cause. What am I talking about? Obakai say and Krofobia Eko she kuntuna se. Koyo mu dia batabodi twa etwana. Wahu koyo mu te se nanti kunu sa kukrisa no ekuro no umia ya wa mia so a na wona ne pro edi omanisi minister for can say land and natural resources so be kaya eti assembly ba no na me bisa kwam say kwam is it true say minister for lands and natural resources any sa naimu so no omo ye bi boni ana because me ye nche aso ni asem ofia and we know say whoever anasembeba no oye Ghana ni edikan but oye member of this government anasebi onipa kono so or the so many years adwuma for the reputation etinye ye na e betra no de one day a discredit obi dabi sensem hunu na kan journalism ho eti say be kan wasam now we know what we are talking about and until na me nsro opa me ko Hague me kan no kra kire na oti Hague wono me kan no kra kire West African Court ni oti won me kan no kra kire no Supreme Court me dabio na me can say during Akufo-Addo's time I was bold to say and who here until me forget it me forget it because eti me bisa kwam say kwam edina Minister for Lands and Natural Resources enya ni ada kwam ka chem oh so far there ne Blue Water Guard Initiative for no he think they are doing so well them say yes nine most phobia edge bribe ni ade na kwam ka chem okay then let's do investigations and find out eti ye investigations na ye mo be hunu say some Minister for Lands and Natural Resources mom person of fighting galamsey tio ana kromfo ni paboniphobia to say the honorable Fiavikwe take come asem those who are aiding miscreant rather they don't want honorable Amakofibua to fight it eti omo person honorable Amakofibua mom dani ni pabonini ana yeti say eti say na asem tie enu ti dey just asem fire because only be asem eye nyina asem honorable Amakofibua why no din as oni come for we don't need him to hire us but Kwame look justice is justice truth is truth sasum dwebeba ji satentri na edikan then you realize say name was for no eko galamsey no eko forest one mo na call aba e bitimi ska say we free party penny found well say Jimmy say I'm sorry I shouldn't say that I'm sorry but you see sense hunu say I'm sorry for using that word but obi one more baby say we a party penny ya to aba masa be galamsey asa mo de kromanum crofosua nya sa mo de sa opposition abraba power manya power ebi person me galamsey mo yare. Are you okay in the head and you think people like us will sit down then we are all sick in this country? Eti na ye tie honorable Amakofi Buachi no because say antai na chairman na nkosa kronfo we a time will come onu mom di ma be say ama san krofo ni di ma be yede na omo de omo minister ba no manya kwa tu galamsey no e ba no nwenne e ba no wo e ma so ne e ma so kire. We will make sure that we will fight galamsey till it is no more. Why? That you na comedy wa betimi do sam you adidi. Party ba power. Kwame Yama bibi. Mummy say NDC penny be say party we ba power mama bibi ana. Yes, me gusu nam form. Mo ba power ina mama me kan kenye. Adwuma bebre ye nyina. But enya nu nti na ye adwuma no. Enya nu nti ana ye adwuma no. Ye adwuma no because you do Ghana. Because John Dramani Mahama succeed here, Ghana be succeed. Eti adenti ana mumubi aya mu bia hin tachire na omo edi bone no mum no mum pese be punish wom ahia na yede maamo ahia na munim se acha na 4 years mantimi anko am fighting crofo we are Ghana. We will use it against you as campaign message. You don't know. Media Kwame enema mienu nti na meto abama John Mahama. Accountability and the fight against galamsey. But the two major reasons in Tiamio to that come to Abama John Dramani Mahama. Ne accountability and the fight against galamsey. The fight against galamsey honorable Amakofi Buakwem. Accountability ni the NDC for me hunya moye me catch them. Me catch them pa. Don't come and tell me say ana press conference na papers na hey munya side. Cannot for reata, you're not to interpose. See, I don't get it to. Shatawale, most of our illegal car. More than Shatawale case to say a case, more than a call. I have for what bit is second for reata. Abu Ghana brand issue or the red interpol. Yet me fanema. Naya moi. Some America for Pani as a sako. Yet the pomu fema. If we sign extradition orders, they must also sign extradition orders because we are a sovereign nation like America. Ode hwe kenofrata wa hemfa ntu ode hwe kwame ode hwade hwe sa adubu ahin hwe ni case no hwese ne yeko kenoforiata hwese ne yeko maami we kra the national service lady no onu kra de hwese we wia Ghana ma watimanya hoade akohwebo national service maami no say blasters we no kohwebi wonsuro very well maami fancy but me person me kai Mr. President. Say, and mommy, where the infant fast when I am, mammy, Lordina Mahama. Miss Law catch the papa. Say, papa, we fear, and I job fear catch them. They bray what down, and mommy, that is the truth. They are not happy with accountability. It's down to Kwame Beka say, young for me, is it? I forgot the kind of commission, like accountability forum of a sort. San Crofone to so maybe to say, I've heard one, I can't remember the saying. Or worry, give to a warrior. Near the better now. Open TV. Mumbi service and questions. Kofi Akpalu, number the better now. Open TV. Not Ghana for who say you are fighting. Obiam Rabi. And then Keno Foriata, no pen or catching. And you think Ghanaians are happy? You think we are happy? We will be on Kantramo. Men Kaya Mamu from Mutinko Shijumansa may catch them. Say a lot of Ghanaians want more in area of accountability. So please step up your game. Kwa mami free on where one bad thing, mami ko one good thing. Honorable Same Jenfi and you see, as a way the NDC fired, where the Asomaya de Kakra. And that young man or Tigana him. Because Kwame, ya tu abani via enya NDC sem biem. Eye Ghana sem. Wahu. Se ya kotu aba NDC sem, MPP sem, CPP sem, GUM sem. But ya tu abani via eye Ghana sem. Enti edru sabrena etwa se nyina ya back together na ya build your mind. Because president will failure. Ni failure na be come mind. So succeed ya. Emphasis on be come mind. In the space of, I think, 5 months, Honorable Sami Jenfimu take it over. Now I'm establishing the gold board. Ghana, a revenue of about $5.2 billion in a space of just 5 months as a then. Kwame, I came to report this afternoon. Sir, under the leadership of Sami Jenfi, gold board so far in 7 months, Atimia raised close to $7 billion, specifically about $6.3 billion. Hey, Kwame, now Bonsam. Hey, today I catch them say, wisdom, knowledge is not in age. It's in people who are ready. Some baby ama oman Ghana. Maybe I tell mami video we. Aye, for video ni too mami.
These preliminary measures, ladies and gentlemen, have begun to pay off already, as they have led to record high gold exports, both in volume and value this year. Since January up to the end of August 2025, small-scale gold exports undertaken by or through the Gold Board, working closely with the Bank of Ghana, have hit a record high of 66.7 tons, with an export value of approximately 6.3 billion United States dollars. What this means is that the volume and value of small-scale gold exports from January to August 2025 alone have exceeded the total small-scale gold export outing for the whole of the year 2024. That is from January to December, which stood at 63 tons with a value of about 4.6 billion United States dollars. It is also instructive to note that the small-scale gold exports continue to surpass those from the large-scale mining sector, which stood at 65.1 tons with an estimated value of approximately 5.6 billion United States dollars for the period between January and August 2025. In line with our objects of supporting gold reserve accumulation by the Bank of Ghana, the Gold Board has initiated the local purchase of 20% of the gold output of 7 large-scale mining companies in the country. So far, we have locally purchased and supplied to the Bank of Ghana nearly 100 kilograms of large-scale gold to augment the gold reserves of the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, foreign exchange accumulation from gold exports this year, particularly from ASM sector, have been unprecedented. These much-needed forex inflows have significantly strengthened Ghana's reserves, improved our balance of payments, and provided critical support for the Ghana cedi. These early successes underline the strategic role of the Ghana Gold Board to Ghana's long-term development and prosperity. As was publicly stated by His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama a few months ago, the Ghana Gold Board is still in the preparatory stages of fully deploying its operational mandate, and significant untapped potential remains. But more than just the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, we at the Gold Board are proving something powerful, which is that African-born corporations can lead globally, not merely follow. These milestones that I've outlined are not ours alone to celebrate. They symbolize what Africa can achieve when we combine resource wealth with bold thinking. Beyond foreign exchange and contribution to revenue, the Gold Board is committed to traceability, environmental sustainability, and responsible sourcing in line with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development OECD guidelines and international best practices. These preliminary measures, ladies and gentlemen, have begun to pay off already, as they have led to record high gold exports, both in volume and value this year. Since January up to the end of August 2025, small-scale gold exports undertaken by or through the Gold Board, working closely with the Bank of Ghana, have hit a record high of 66.7 tons, with an export value of approximately 6.3 billion United States dollars. What this means is that the volume and value of small-scale gold exports from January to August 2025 alone have exceeded the total small-scale gold export outturn for the whole of the year 2024. That is from January to December, which stood at 63 tons with a value of about 4.6 billion United States dollars. It is also instructive to note that the small-scale gold exports continue to surpass those from the large-scale mining sector, which stood at 65.1 tons with an estimated value of approximately 5.6 billion United States dollars for the period between January and August 2025. In line with our objectives.
Gold Board, and I'm so happy senior oye bebunu na otegana fuenim. Same baby I will be a nyankopon inshra pa, and obekai say as at the last 5 months NDC taking over. Kwam sika wo munyaye from small scale miners minka galam say for small scale miners no edoso senior even multinational sa wo mukrum hanum edimai. Enti Gold Board one thing look, no better person head than lawyer Semi Jemfi. Baby will be a Mechiano, and I'm so happy that he keeps on making Ghanaian youth very proud. But Kwame, ene Messias him ho me could be some penny question. But you see, me shanswa ebia na bibia twintwem. Samitimi ko samantimi anko. Meet the press in Yabewa. Now, Mr. President, meet the press. Meme die ura. Especially with PDS. Can the same can of Oriate. The same can of Oriate you. Mr. President, meet the press in a Mashasian. The same can of Oriate. Kotali PDS yechi. Betty Jessica Kodie. The president, one person now can just say, Jessica mine. I could say 8 months into office. Now, Team Orano, a gua, mon country. Operation Recover Luton, say gua, mon country, and I mean Tifofro, a gua, mon country. Because I am telling you, Excellency, sir. Sakronfom yenu miensampo utimiti wa mutumwa one here NDC mubenya 20 years in government. Yes, meaning say Ghana for mubi hon ma komdom yenim and yenim say you cannot turn the economy overnight and kakra but akronfo bi wo hon mo a e twasa mu chi wa mutum na ye esuade ma Ghana for. Ana matese owura Martin Kpebu se yenya botrema ho yentimi nya botre bia ma wo because owura Martin Kpebu one ka beka. There are a lot of issues. I have heard you talking on that. Nobody have time for you, Mr. Martin Kpebu. 8 years into government, I beg your pardon, 8 months into government is enough time. Operation Recover, me see ye honorable Samuel, or the saying Ablakwa, okujo to Ablakwa. Nam see. Anyways, position also is very, very important. And one to me, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Ansah Mikra Ura. But I am not seeing anything with regards to Ura. I see a microphobia from Wedi. First, in microphone can catch them someone tombo. But say, I mean, a millidiaka, someone can be count. And say, you may make ye de bom tuja se ne be ya NDC se ne mo ho ya kono no mo ho be koso ya kono adan anan krofo bi trade ska before baby ana min ka say sanity I'm just asking anan de makwadro so Operation Recover All Loot akwasi saying egu amon country Mr. President, that is my question for the meat press or meet the press. Me bo mamo mabisa. Because it's unthinkable. Kwame, can you imagine if me president president be a ding, but president be the benya kwanya way, and a sa kronoa MPP for boy ye, and a president be our power. Can you imagine NDC funka by now a good jail? What kind of father for all nonsense is that? Ya beka friend obi by any lawyer wig say he say Anna it grinds slowly. I said dem na fe nyansa. Say one call law school ni be dey oni nyansa and you don't understand law. You must hate you. Your throw law book first no or throw final dream. Common sense first. Tesiano. Ya wo MPP for no a ebi mu aban no dada no krampo a omo mu mpese omo kire aban no what's up like everybody like and already na me patcho PDS no me yente ho asem with Attorney General and me look, it's not enough say Office of the Special Prosecutor de aba ana cases no maso and so ye ho adwuma case no maso and so ye ho adwuma eti ombetima list cases be 50 me de yeden why no match na tum any hear me yes Office of the Special Prosecutor enye adwuma so be che obi atum Attorney General enye adwuma so be che obi atum the judiciary cases no do sen ana mo de akọ amam yahunu Edubu ahindie ni other ones here court no ne kura ne say case ye freba ko agise next year that ben and ye becha kronfatum. So why don't you create special court for these criminals? Corrupt people are walking free obi ko twa body ani am 20 years. Are we sick? And me me boss ne edin komo sesi na ye kasa about plea bargain. Na ya kasa about a plea bargain na me boss correct say yes it's tenable in law and I can say yes it's tenable because over argument na Mr. Dua free Manuel your kwaya betimi afa so no man no so yetimi enye sika it makes sense but maybe some Mr. Dua question me say obi via $10 million for instance no say bibi a plea bargain $10 million na we wia no afede wo be ka kire say metua moma me fa me hunkodi a ene se me nso me kotwa bode na se court bi ka se me nso me ye kronfo ma wia me sra mo me kotwa mo bode ma mo be jame ana Mr. Dua say no de ente say say ene ente say de a ene plea bargain bra no amoye ma the political bourgeoisie akronfo no ne ma because me otu document here say obi awia $5 million whether by misapplication of funds or misappropriation or by corruption or thievery. Na e trust mrani ni di. No si bibi di plea bargain ti $5 million no tia. No afa ne ho akodi. Ene me nso me kotwa bode na se ye de me kokota. Meka kire judge ni say me sra mo ntwen. Me na wafuo ma me kotwa mo bode sane mre mo na me nso mo ma me nko. Me plea bargain no mo se no de bo ntiase. Listen. If John Mahama will succeed, it must take people like us. It mustn't take sycophant journalists who will become praise singers of the government. No. It must take people like us. So that the government will succeed. Because in your door war no 2-4. In your door war and no 2-4. Mr. Attorney General. One thing I like about you, say just heavy evidence. You don't come out anyhow. Mr. Attorney General, you have come out like several times. What has happened? Office of the Special Prosecutor, you have come out with press conferences like 1 million times. What have happened? We are not only interested in your press conferences. Practicalize it. Listen, Ghanaians are watching you. Because ekosi 4 years na mutimi fo bia ntomu dia. Na chese nya no kore say MPP fo we are Ghana. And that is the campaign MPP beye. Say some say ya kronfo a adan no mentimi amfa ya ntom. I am telling you, this government says go adwuma na as a moye adanko da because some mo nanfo no. Continue aiding them 4 years beso. And your people are more protecting. Will use that as a campaign message against you. Say sabusu say mona mo kasa mo ya kronfo a adan mo ntimi anchi ba kwantum besi na mo ntimi nchi obi antum. We are 8 months in office. Very well. And media me kan makosi machi. Sign this if one wa. My Mohogoro boys no contractors na. Modie. Ka skabia kitwa bia nsumudi nti mo jiska kakra na mo defending crofo. Ah? One mo edi bwane no. Na mo kopo pacho mo no. You are warned. Very soon we will come and sit here and we will start mentioning your names. Maybe the General Secretary of NDC the chairman, Mimi Fenchamu, I'm telling you. I'll mention your names. Because we are more criminals as in Crawford no they have engaged in that thievery. Kwabena say, "Wonu so aban ba power nti okwa egalam say, "Oh ya regon." Listen. I shouldn't say that because I know he will succeed. But Sabani ko saying, na sa gro gogwa me bom pa ese membam. But akwa etse kufu ado aban ni bia. The youth will take over the nation. Forgive me, I don't want to inject fear and panic. No, far away. But me say, President Mahama Juma Oye, your baby be on fast ye. But say agro bi bam. Nasenia MPP disappointed Ghana for 8 years. Agro ba mo so many so. Na mo be disappointed ya. The youth of our country we will do away with MPP and NDC and will take over the streets of this nation. Because near whom say, Munyina muncha number, Munyina munya correct. Obi kutrabo de ne nakoto 5 years. Obi we are $10 million or say plea bargain. Adaya womra na mara nye nipa na ye muntimi sansesa no. I agree said the government needs the money. If I'm Chief Justice, this is what I'll do as the new form of plea bargain. Well, we are $10 million. Anna yakwa say 20 years. Or say, please, I'll do plea bargain. Me say, okay, I'm ready. Okay, $10 million no. My ready say me tria. Mrs. Why ready so be tria dia? Anka wo come 20 years. But because of plea bargain ti come 1 year. And no sensible. But you can't tell me say when the pakuna we are $10 million. Wo buy us a plea bargain so fa hunkodi. Meanwhile $10 million so they are to treasure bill. 8 years of $10 million they are to treasure bill. Say odi $10 million na interest no or kwa kudi. Obi ko twa board here na board here a draw back wa. Wo so them 5 years. What kind of law is that? Mr. President, Yajudi, we know you will not fail us. Because Ejuma Mahama, what shall say ye? We know you will not fail us. Mr. Rao, eka unkwan keni how. Ba unkura batano, ubianye na jumaye. And yes, I share agenda biase. Me assess ministry by ministry. Minister wunya jumano. Metna ma yam ye yuedi. No, Pate, let's do that. In the interest of this government and the interest of Ghana. November, we will start assessing ministries and CEOs. Making sure because Solomon Kwame, Ose Mahama has started feeling it is not true. And Trubu Hama Muncha. Mahama's 8 months is better than Kufadu's 8 years. Let me tell you the truth. Mahama's 8 months is far better than Akufado's 8 years. Who the 8 years tonight, Krumhano? CD to dollar, not dying. 16 cities. Say 17 kura. What the 8 months about? And I sent 30 and I say 12. 88 months, no, a CD to dollar. Any 8 years CD to dollar, the NA. Inflation in 2022 under the last administration got 54%. In fact, time when I buy Eba Power, I'm from 23.5%. And then, as a last month ending, 11.5%. 8 months of Mahama's inflation, need 8 years of Akufo-Addo the DNA. Policy rate, Charlie, I don't have time for this analysis. So it's obvious President Mahama is doing so well. When I hear Kano, he had 5 and near me poor President Mahama and say, oh, you're listening, President. Abai wahu meto amso ama sorry. Obutie ensem ye kan. Eti mesramo kwam. Owura sami jamfidie. Ye nyano a anke be den. He's one great guy. I mean, wati anim. Ye bompa say good no bekoso a. Na akwenenim. And me assure you say honorable Amakofi Bu anso adwuma oyi. Enche responsible corporate mining na oma lanchi ebeboa emaburu na moye galamsey no don't be afraid em say mo be bredwin say ye gi adwuma na frem sem let me advise you a bit mo na ye dem be mining obi o galamsey bia don't be afraid. The point is that abaning person be sensu no asay kwaye into me ha the LI 2462 amamra ema ho kwam ye kwai brito no kwayem ko say eye Ansah se ni nsuo no honorable Amakofi Bua based on promise in opposition, Accra said it should be revoked. And it's a fantastic thing. That law must be repealed. Because when NDC was in opposition, Akufo-Addo must revoke it. NDC about power. You must live to your word. And that law must be revoked. Honorable Amakofi Bua is leading that crusade. And the point is that, sir, responsible corporate mining, no, say, galamsey for no, this time, mo be bibia eye responsible. Na man say su. Etima obia nsuro say bia betu galamsey aban ne person pamo me aban bia pamo obia but nsuro de ma say no. Na we kura mpo kra che say pa oche. Unim nyansa say nsuro no say no. Nchire ba nom den. Nyema bi wo no mu a agisi pa oche. Awurade am wadwene a wodwene. Wo say nsuro no because of no kofi o ni gbombai. E wo say nsuro no. O hanin gawe mo e bashwane ne yira ka ka gamashipon gamanoni onti ase akokuro pam famiko TDC obi a wo board homodin no na wache but ma me ko Facebook nso adwuma ne ni Facebook for na yo nti wa Facebook nso na wonso wa kire wadwene wo me pacho obanso na wa share amai e pacho wa Facebook no oba share for us. We free can first on network. Also, I'm watching you live from Spinters, Bobie, Accra100.5FM. Thank you. We say, Mr. Dako, you are saying what we want. We want to. If this government don't jail thieves, we will demo. We cry the senior. Abarian jail thieves and your demonstration. If this government they don't jail the thieves, they are losing the next elections. Me never be one more you know whom you know. Yeah. Because and the anti means you will be any beam. Say and oh come on. But you see, I have so much confidence. Say also no any judiciary hobby. Chief Justice no be block no. Only to be very fine. Ebenezer Mokhtar, my brother. I say good afternoon and no to the champion. Please, we need accountability before we can see that President Mahama is working. Yeah. And until the day, I'm person me catch a president say, "Eduane ne economy ni de, wo ye ho adwuma. Ghana for ye hwe ho sawo. Accountability. Kronfo ba ko nkodam ansa. Now de, ye fa no ndodo ye kra. Mama kronfo ba ko nkodam ansa. Ne fa no ndodo ye kra. and Mr. Plebagi and yes Kabian Yaji obi won ma fa ne kotum.
This is the boundary from here. You see here? Yes, yes. The last end. Yes. The boundary. Security must be inside, not outside. This place is not for you. You can't go. You come to this place. Wrong. This is not for you. See everybody from the top. Come. This is your back, this is your wall. See the wall? Why put this one on the road? Nice. Come. This is the boundary. From here, you see here? Yes. The last end. Yes. The boundary.
Sesia Chinese for Lebanese for especially. So many Ghana for Juma, Ghana for young girls, and they don't respect them. Hey, you go. Hey, me Kwabena. Na ye ma wako for na diga na ni ba enim ebutu makum. Ekozi say. Was he jailed? He was supposed to be jailed because you cannot do that in Lebanon. But foreigners ne bahanwa no masia ba be fa yankwa ahia obeba akra hey investors bebre obisike no $200,000 me na me ka kira wo restaurant for no wonya $100,000 no abetre kromanum simisamunko and our children, our sisters, our brothers will be suffering in their hands as if this is a country without laws. Me ba betrao ade da TV so momra Facebook mesraw o de join me Facebook Ansah makasa in the next 2 minutes bra Facebook me here. And you see this courage Nunekweku, we must watch this guy. He's doing so well. Now can me must say Team Saglemi not for sale convener and can make us yemfa Saglemi MTDC. No, I do my research before I talk. Oh, to the state say you go to Galamsey yards, ya dane Ghana for no enkwa. Kwame, there are a lot of places in Ghana, foreigners, SEC, a dying as water hydrant. So, eti mejanto baby a fire service, but pick it and swear free. Yes, it is so. I don't know Chinese in it. I have for crew. There are places in my country, foreigners, SEC, are dying as waterway. Baby a class and so effano, we sit down. Yentimi bubu I say bubu dan we sit down ade o Chinese ni obekon the bank account mu scale gum krem $200,000 and we are watching as a people. Let me tell you, if you are not if you don't respect yourself, nobody will respect you. The difference between Africa and Western nations is that Africans you command respect but we don't earn it. Western nations, they earn their respect and they don't command it based on so Africans go to summits and are expected to be respected. No. Look at what Traore doing in Burkina Faso. Everybody will salute Traore the very day he agrees to go to United Nations. He doesn't care if the West or America respect him. By what he's doing, he earns his respect. Baby a Chinese in yesi adiyesi. Kwam, I want you to give me better particular. When I say story, mami nchiremu kakra. Eti sesi anadena kwa ese, we are foreigner, utimi fa budi. Adena kwa ese, ohoho no mo mutimi nya hoden na Ghana for ne bre. Why? Sesi, we are Chinese ntimi nya den. Aka China ho. We are han mese wanju.
Otu ejumana na oye no but we dey me born quick
my background story yes, story now yes. Yeah there to Facebook
Osha TDC for echo we community 10
we community 10
yeah we community 10
that be on Chinese for another Facebook
yes yeah na me sure no we community 10 na Osha so share how
Facebook na behwe ba bia dan si enti wo behwe na se ne ye ka no ensemhunu a keka wadwe nkyere mi amasi akenkan ma
yes on show videos now so that Amanfo will follow us.
I use some video ne to my
Osha Chinese for AC abanstro tintin bi wo honom na de omusi no omo estene omo boden no e de aba street kwan so e wo committee 10 so what you say ohwe nti eno na TDC courage e tro mo say ohwe boundary na ohwe
anti o mesi abakwan nim
o mesi abakwan nim
anya so mesi bakwan nim anya mo where I say warehouse and
design warehouse
na se so o fa ba bia so mesi warehouse
yes.
eno so no den no
see na onim say menu ka say latapia ko hwe hono mo hye no warehouse o and uko ubura latapia ko hwe hono e de come and prove inside wa adani bebre no ma gigi Chinese for na gigi bebre e de warehouse
Kwame nyoma ye. Can you do it in China?
No, you can't do that.
So why do we allow it in our home?
You see a dime.
Yes.
Now I stand it.
Mr. Obra Facebook.
Now I stand it. Oh no. Aba no the kind of so.
It baby a net no one here.
So a baby a net no one a boundary.
Boundary.
Courage say omo wall boundary and then baby a net no.
What would the end of nim?
It was on my stand on my second video. Who's on my stand on way. So the best thing that they have to do is say TDC stop no mububu honom quick.
No mububu enim no.
Yes, no mububu.
Asa no mu say
no enti ana me see omo we no.
Where that?
Maho no.
Maho na we nim no.
Oh, cream.
Ba yesa nke kwanachi.
Yes. One no.
Wow.
Who's on my stand no. Nti ni na ye ekwemu.
Mom ya jiji nkrofo we so pa
o ni na ye kwem
ya jiji sa ahoho we so papa
nti wo se ohun kwan no
ekwan ne denim no
ekwan ne denim kwem nti they are not supposed to build outside area
masa krom ho no am ni ho ba bi o musi dan no
oh debi say am dey ya
me ba
set you
am version 8 tm
yes
8 ni ho
but said those buildings
no
Ansah
carriage no neck peku
building TDC for buildings
asema me kwame me count as
okay
you find say carriage be any ho because your carriage na dey asem we buy here and Danis what did do be enka and I'm asking you say TMA say ho ahwan ene omo aka no and we enye ne no omo si o
yes
omo si enye ne aban we aba power na ebi on person take over na me person me kire say enti na municipality like obi Yehowa government agency be any one more me make sure so omo nyesa dey
send na one part of government agency akọ stop omo say they have no right to do that
and we know ekoyen komobo
Debi you and I know how a carriage oil is very straight. It's way and then no chair ya make clear.
Yes, I can carriage. Na me ka so.
Yes, and then no chair ya make clear. We do that.
No say boss say. Yempe gugwa adwuma bia.
And the kind of resetter or the ebura temahone TDC hono no. Senior, you have no idea.
No, he's doing well. Carriage is doing well. He's been in the news lately.
Yes.
Omukusisi are dying recently. Carriage is doing well.
Two bedroom
self-contained.
At the AC 800 wing.
Me cry the carriage. I no cry for cry. They say mo de see single room self-contained.
Yeah.
What's the guys be prepared baby ada?
Oh, senior.
Are you aware say Sebi because of baby a mayu any be dentist sebi. Omo temema so. Oh, I'm telling you, mama. I'm telling you. Guys be bringing baby na enti be ma pen na ni age enti ya obedi holiday na ba kesi
na waka no ai
some ye bi aka na odi no ko
and if you are also my pressure
if you are my pressure
sin if you are for my pressure pa
is because us a government to send your TDC for person mu ye say ye ma TDC kwan na ye say Ghana your housing deficit about 1.7 million and I believe that figure is even massaged. I think if you ask me the housing deficit should be around like 2.1 million. That is me. Yeah, my TDC, for instance, coin any state housing for coin. say be almost see a dying kuma e be a single room self-contained what the adults one chamber hall self-contained na mabunu bibiri enye dwumanya if you rough one so better the price so
yeah
because in our laws no unti charge more than 6 months but yaji 2 years if a parliamentarians in the say dan scared them go hind dan no omo 2 years
Sina a serious thing.
Bakwame.
A serious thing.
Obe kum no. Maybe omo si die we no. Yeah, the stop work.
My stand on wall no.
My stand.
Meanwhile, baby omo si we no. A fence wall.
The one fence wall no. Sa fence wall no one in chain no.
In China, they are not supposed to do that.
It's too close to the road.
Yes.
It's too close.
No, in fact, I'm off a road,
where you can find the original.
I'm off a road, no.
No, I'm off a road. When say you jury.
But me can change. Say okay, me.
Say,
say hono train. A banner say road no high.
Extension that they've done.
O cameraman so yesu. Oma fa ni woni nyina. Kwame eno TV udu se suma ye hu. Oh, abu sorry kwakoso. Ade so TV.
Yeah, nya boko.
Kwame. Ayu hu no ye. Wa sorry be se ko TV no. Kwame kwache. We kum ni pa. We won send TV ngwa mo TV.
Correct. Yeah. Ai. Mami pause. Pause. Ko bichi. Ayi.
Pause.
Correct. Nana. The original fence wall. Any baby and net no. Okay, Shadie.
I wish I could be the camera not to so now can all demonstrate it. Okay, it will be our share in Biano. Kwame the Nessa SC, a year baby net the one. It will net no straight sanoa. Thomas baby I used to die. As a blocks one my plaster
and no more fan
and na the straight edges and kefa but oshe hanum na ma sin CB had mom den kantan akataso nti on munyina e road
yes
foreigners na yes in sim
Chinese food
we chrome oh god
but see na be ye enyameti ase I think say nkakra
no because we have you see President Mahama he's very promising.
Yes.
And no dear. President Mahama and I am mommy hope kakra. Because me edru me bi na matoba ha.
Yeah. I know.
Yes. But me kai say president or okrumu ye President Mahama na ma say nya hope. Say be.
Yeah, I know.
Because oh god.
Hey, main road no. On the fence wall.
Honorable courage no ne eku. Adewe body actually yehu. The next video no say be see yibubu.
Oh, amejuri.
Mumbubu.
Sino mebubu.
Kwame yenim haya. Yenim haya.
Restaurant na won.
Restaurant kese ni si won. Unim say esi waterway so.
Yeah, I know.
Eti omai no like almost no. Obi ehu.
Omu pa.
Enti why like why? And some of these things are cause flood. The good news in Labone is say pipe layout no good kakra. Enti so be fagates nim ana sabi aha no mudi omhuni sabi. Enti ayine gates ni ncheda ntokisa. Such a big and you see sometimes kwam yakukudro no mbeka omde bebubu no. Omo hwese ne dan no so far was waboka. Enti so bebubu no and obeji kakra.
But me knowing courage I think say obeti might be.
Oh, that's a way crumble do mubu dai no. Obubu anim no.
I obubu now manhole no minds no was say juri for.
Obese manhole.
Yes.
But, so it also means say edan omo obese bubu ni kakra because some of the manhole no so kwachi.
Yes.
Oh. NDC for mo yedwuma se yan ye ni aso.
Yes, pa.
Mo yedwuma se yan ye ni aso.
Aba nana o say meet the press no.
Yes, meet the press no.
Presidential encounter with the media no. So benyako
bia meko bi nso am
because as I said ultimate bisa questions
me ya die bi say adekode ne ya di an hwa me
say ultimate bisa question my
yeah me kwa me dey hear me ne say you can meet the presser Ghana fu nyina media ultimate nko but they should be fair.
Adamu nye fair
menya be 5 calls
from where
different media stations.
Which media station?
Oh, Kwame, I will not be fair to me.
Because
they spoke to me in trust.
Because CMG, Omama Yibi.
Juma ye, Omama
and I know say Felix media house. Any media house beer, and you know the number of media houses that you at least each media has 1 or 2. I say class media could be about almost 9 media houses.
Yeah, na Oma say.
Na say Oma 2 or 3.
9 stations.
Oh, na say 9 in 1 to me enkugu honum sa sort ase. Inti nana those people no my friend complain no. Me sure say enye de ye be ne nko no.
And when I Ghana now, because Kumasi stations need be so frame. When I Ghana now, say
me sure say a president emra no opposition or ye baako Accra ha.
No ye baako Kumasi.
No ye baako.
Ne Kumasi.
North. So otiase. Nti me sure say so be should say method na e no ye Accra de na ye sre no. Onko ye bi wo enough. But cinema mean too Yenyanom nsonkyerefo na beko.
Ade nonko.
Yentu omofo. So they say. Moko hona mu bisa mansema. Munye straightforward.
Ade.
Muma insemu no nda ho. What you say? Mansemu no nda ho. Kama. Bisa nsema Ghana for APT. AP bisa president.
Ntinsem bensa. Ana Ghana for me questions and maybe sir, but honorable Makufibu ayeba kwamani and maybe sir say time wa NDC will position ka say yes MPP for revoke LI 2462 mate so mo kwamende adinti and that sharp position, but that is being solved by honorable Makufibu. But the next question so you say me te say NDC microphone be ka say they should declare a state of emergency or galamsey areas. Baby, I just say yes one. Aban so say there be omun declare state of emergency. Why that change?
Nice one.
Why that change? Because
it's a good question.
Say be ameme ko to aba. Also be declare state of emergency ntina me hwe so to aba ma. Na ma to aba na ma we afi na o san ka bi foforo.
Yeah.
Ti maybe say president say onyi no ho asema me. Na president so bobon kufo bi din sana na bi. Ne san kufo so be ko prison. Ne kura the same. So mo ye mense mo kroma. Aso me untouchable.
So how far
with Nana B?
How far?
And this squad na. O ka say kwa me ebe to aba no.
Aye.
E bi kotena radio station change say.
About one
ne maso NDC form to.
Two person who
e be say be who.
So bisa president say how far?
President wonu masem eti say ohene. O ka say so ye.
Yes.
We say Nana B mo no a o so mbeko prison.
How far? President so kan on PDS. Say Baumia na ye. Na omoba. Na me adom no wini a.
Yes.
Obehwe PDS ma GC kama ye.
Na bisa president say how far?
Mr. President.
How far?
We there yesre wa ambrasem. E bisa say how far?
Answer na medic e bisa no.
But see na how far na dosu.
How far dosu?
How far na dosu? See na how far na dosu? How far say yabo a PDS.
Oh PDS di yabo.
Ena sa dami ya ba omi so musi
walugu
dami
say no wonum say pia $12 million
president kan
somebody crazy what
is it Mr. President say Mr. President please how far
the doors
how far so they say
yeah but Ansah no say ye born abaso so
oh abaso body
because Juma president aye no maybe this a question me form a foundation.
No, but Emmanuel wa.
Oh, 30 seconds.
Yeah, man. And no better mean can't share in some for the say.
30 seconds.
Abasobono. Mude mun kani na mbo namuma GJ for no emo abaso baako. Afi de be kan no me ka GJ.
O kan.
Oh, na so money first person ye be mo bisa question.
Na me just o ka GJ no.
But o mu na o shomase. What o dey am be join.
O me nti
nti.
Na be say because you can hold the any awards na mo hwe ni. Because oh you sure say ka GJ ho.
Uche this.
And you tell this on your member.
Sina uche this.
If you can so ko bisa question o ni question me.
Say omo ne first person be ma kwan ama omo bisa omo question. Omo njina ye nyina nim na omo mbo president.
Ansah na so kan.
Na okobo abaso for what?
Na okobi bisa question for what?
Film Debbie. A fashion way. It's senior.
So say
Debbie headset.
Say Mahama. Say Onyadi when you baby home. It's you and you know so I could be a question. And we yard when you baby home so catch it. Because a hormone media presser, all the other media houses, they are going to take.
And I make sure say
all the media houses they are going to take it.
Fantastic.
Maybe I mean I said abano nyado baby a obepeso di bisa question. What ya say ye misa say how far with PDS? One hour santianum, okra na say imagine. Minkas maybe sa question, una de shemi. O say san konko bisa say man. Na de tina saban na yade, they said dollar to cedi. Any so what long first so ne say man dey on pese bebo na baso ansa. O say ndie me enye foundation. What are you talking about?
Foundation na okoye na make sure say enye ne focus no. Yes, president ayade. Eye nedjuma say so oye. But the onwa campaign ground obi na no kan ye no. Ena yes say okora okwa bisanze how far.
And I make sure say me answer me bisa question no. Me pese me bo president abaso. O say ma me mo na abaso.
Ma me say mo na abaso. But ma abaso bo na nche.
And ma attacking questions soon check.
Maybe attacking question dey be cause pa. So ti ase. Idi nana say mo be ko 8. Say by 8 no ma chase. 8 time mo be free dey ni on. Iti mo kwa sonche for no muti ya.
Ana yen kancho mo bia me sole. Yeah, professional journalist.
Sonche for no mo kwa isam no bi wo ha mo memunda ho. So ti ase. Yesra mo sonche for no. Mo kwa mo mi se nsem mu da ho. Ene ebetimi aboa pa. Iti nana.
Mate. Kwame ben ko break him ra. Ye ba na.
Yes.
Ye ne abedwafo entenance na you happy. I say, Nana Kwame, you guys don't worry, okay? Things will happen, Keke. Great NDC. Inusa Musa, I'm watching you from Saudi Arabia. If they don't collect our money for us, they should remember that what happened in MPP will happen. Okay, very well. Kwame about Sokpoli Hilaire, or say cathedral. You miss out about cathedral. No, you see at $97 million. With your point, was in China, if you do galam say you face firing squad.
Nana, Adebakwa say president here, many Jones say again, the ministers no. Question ya, President Phil say minister we assessor so by Ansah. Omakwan. Ana. To say obi ebisa question bi na specifically efa minister bi ho na ministry bi ho a.
Omakwana.
Minister ni be here no.
It depends if the ministers are there.
No.
Kwame.
President is on line up all the ministers.
No, let me tell you, there's a big difference between President Mahama and Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
I know where the question is coming from. The Akufo-Addo time. Esa say on say
answer with me.
The Akufo-Addo knows. No, I said that the minister Mahama understands the issues.
Nice one.
And Mahama, let me tell you one thing about President Mahama. Those times now, Oye John Mahama one, or train ahemachi anajo. Sorry, obiako no. Satan na ni document a good name na oshim. So he will abreast himself with the almost everything. In Tupa, President Mahama Bisano question around all the sectors.
Yes.
Want to mean like on siase.
Yes.
Ha antino. In fact, if I don't compare Mahama.
Crap.
Well, me go break him ra.
Go break, yeah.
Ya ba na ye din komo. E ba cho Jumede in the Citizen Show. Me do tu dako. Stay on. E ba isi ya. Ya ba afi ni e betena sa na abedwafo e din komo.
Are you clapping? Are you giving God the glory?
Brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy. We can create jobs. We can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count I intend for it to matter, and I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before, and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork, spend public funds wisely and judiciously, reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence, and never forget your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success will be the lives we touch and the legacy we leave behind. And finally, let me remind us all that the destiny of our party and our future success depends on the legacy that this current administration will establish. And so we must give it our all. We must work together to make our party's future successful. I therefore have the privilege and honor to declare this executive leadership program duly open. My brothers and sisters, the problems we face are real, but so are the solutions. We can rebuild our economy, we can create jobs, we can restore faith in governance, but we must commit to the hard work of change. You were not appointed to occupy space. You were appointed to solve problems. Let me remind you of the social contract we have entered into. The Ghanaian people expect us to deliver, and we must not with excuses, but with results. I've said before and I repeat now, this is the legacy term of my presidency. I intend to make it count. I intend for it to matter. And I expect that every member of this administration will do the same. We must work with a sense of urgency, and President Jonathan spoke about the 4-year term. Our young people are tired of waiting interminably. Our farmers, our workers, our entrepreneurs, especially our women and youth, want to see policies that work for them. They want fairness, they want opportunity, they want to live in dignity and prosperity. Indeed, they are not asking for handouts. They're asking to be given a fair shot. And let's give them just that. The task before us requires leadership that is empathetic, that is disciplined and accountable, leadership that is not defined by titles, but by service, that is not defined by slogans, but by substance. And so I issue this challenge to each of you to lead your sectors with vision and integrity, to champion innovation, make decisions based on facts and data and not on guesswork. Spend public funds wisely and judiciously. Reject opulence. And never forget, your first duty is to the people of Ghana and not to your own political survival, not to the applause you will get, and not to your personal gain. I want each of you to leave this retreat with a clarity of purpose and with the humility to keep learning. This job is not about knowing it all. It is about listening. For example, I'll stay true to the values. And please remember, when any of us fall short, I will not hesitate to act. I didn't think that was what you would clap for. Let us leave here with renewed determination. Let us work not for applause, but for results. Let us lead with honor, and let us remember always that the true measure of our success.
Na abegyafo Accra ebedin ko but part yema Ghana for beyinum akwanya na se momunya akwanya ewura eye biaya yeshia president aka questions ben eno bebisa ana se questions ben on pesa Ghana nsentwerefo ebisa Ghana mampenin ene enwumre emawo 0302 208090 0302 208090. Wait, my friends is here. Hello.
Hello, General.
Yes, sir. Oh, Ajano de minu di ni yekura ye be shede hia. Ye mi aminua. Mi aminua na mayina yipamu sei.
Oh, sir.
Facha me why?
Oh, ye ho ye ji ye ho timi.
Yo, me da se.
Me dia de ora. The bus a mountain, and then only I will say, oh, no, a cake and I tell you, sick, your back power, one I can't send a leg. That Attorney General, a modern list, red list, sooner. Yen ya who I can secret, the making up body. I wouldn't have been no one or one or worker. There is a corruption in their former institution. The same people are working free. And did you say, yeah, something who's for? Yeah, this year, almost I'm a negative because I was saying, what goes in the Franium and Quay, become a penny. And no, and I just had ya with Chiambo, did I say?
Very well. But as I said, also, watch the word during tea. Also, no call, yeah. And can the question here about oral 0302 20 8090 0302 20 8090. So when you Quenya a call question man of president. Hello? 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 Quite unfortunate. Me share that antin but also bet me ask no questions maybe about Facebook na makenkan odie no amao 0302 2080 90. So when your opportunity na say na meet the press because you also question by ana ubebisa divine kuma be kan sa my fa 2 or 3 calls na fence 0302 20 80 90 0302 208090 and then when your opportunity na oko meet the press nibia. What is the question you want to ask? Wood Eduji and so adjoining Irama Bonzi is also here. Okay, have you wisdom or say ask about the looted funds? 0302 2080 90. Wait, my friends is here 0302 2080 90. What questions would you want the media guys to ask on your behalf? Or him Mexica, or say no to the Akwen and Esquam Kwachi. You don't pay dues to GJ. Now, when say Ebenezer Mokhtar in the questions about, or say when you go, please ask these questions for me. Number 1, how far with our stolen lands? And question wins so baby sapa. Number 2, how far would Ora? Say and how far? You come so how far out in the babies? Number 3, how far with PDS? But just to time you. Hello. Hello. Maybe I told you about be free.
Me need to go because I'm not
Me too.
me pa and that's a muko sia ube ko honu mu a me nu so be ko na ko se uko sia jo mama ka je no se ya tu aba mo mu nu se sia ya kuma tu MPP for no mu kasa dodo aba korosi and this vote mi nyomu hui no mu go tan TV show radio so no mu kan no mu tia je na ya omu ya kape no mu kan ye se omu ba omu be ya sa de no ma na ya nya kukudo ko botu mo mu nu ye na mu kromu na ya ni omu go sia omu di ya hu fe say you can't book actually say this never been na back. So when you omu bokro no. And you muba the same thing omu pay it ade e cost no e say asem o people for no kan e afa. E ti say nya afa omu ya bibi fa no ye hu say o ye this never people omu ye pe.
Okay. Into I don't so no question no. 0302 2080 90. 0302 2080 90. Or say how far with PDS? Or say, or maybe say how far with Ayawaso and Techiman case? Yeah, last caller. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Maybe your question be na person ke you be sama.
Me pa chawo ye very free.
You were free.
Me pa chawo me say sakrament dana mama kuye no. Ena ora me pa chawo say de sisana among person no mo be via ga ye say de sisele te be kan say ni nya e Ghana for me say Ghana for no mo be via ye sa no.
Mate into ono so na dia no. Also obese bisa how far with National Cathedral? No bisa where is Kenuforiata? Also obese bisa how far with Wuntumi case? No bisa where are our stolen monies? Also obese bisa how far with Ayawaso and Techiman case? Hello?
Hello.
Me bacho udini ba be afrefre.
We only about my tata my tumwa masama.
More fire. Mama to you.
Nyamishra omo patentin nya hoden. Na omo new blessing for so.
Amen.
So me go meet the press na maybe say trade that the MPP for to ton ye no. trade that the no ho asma kwesi sen kwakwajima menu koto school bi $9 or the beje $19 akwesi sen yes sky for train ituaka akwesi sen nkofo bi fi yen ye friend sen professor wa ajima menu de beto sen nkofo bi e galamse se yin so akwesi sen. This is the time, Papa, you know, Accra from your frepa, but time, Obama Sama say, yeah, Juma Palma NDC. This is the time I do my more sudden Nancy form. Papa, phobia say, man, especially PP. Abano. This is the time you to Abamo more see a prostitute in the Pebi. My yard dance, dear ma for fro. Yet too much to trade that the atom. Fisika a cocodia, or Mutum Kodisika. $3 million if he IMF for COVID. Emma Canofolata finance minister the catch say $1 million. They tell you about 2 moto. Yet Yama Baumia catches on my Polugu Dam $12 million and one question saying. Yet Yama catch say Japan $12 million. Mr. This is the time our papa go for you or what he a bomb indium. Yet did that dear is here we am about 12 o'clock and yet Wabert to Treviano near Chow Toma. You do better them 3 days only did that because this is the time or so man your family because Nkophobia say one man at the your friend is saying or more to me or more abasis your man papa or manager padia could in the pebble some more in Sasia tongue crew him in Sasia and people buy him or master summer you want some cold na yama a television issue because of say ye in them 24/7 because you Kruman ye Twaba 2016 ye wo Madina and ye Twaba and my Boniface. Ye near my cost be brave.
Okay.
The time of your mamma Bampacho 1 second. Your mamma Bano, the Pacho, often in Nancy form, yet the one ye be my impo, not me grassroot and Cassan and ye or Chemedia dancer say, me Twaba my NDC or the pepper ye transparency, abo man, Santa Sadia, and in any das will be shroud.
Well, if you am refina, you can see about how many course. Yes. PN, or say, he would have asked, what about the frontiers of the airport during the COVID time? When they told me, I also know to, also know how far with Akoko, how far with 24 hours. Ali Abdul Wahab, I would have asked Mr. President to go to Parliament and make all corruption cases not to travel more than 6 months. Okay. Christian Opro Biakuse. I say this GH Opro from Ayawa, so West Wogon. Tell the MPP to stop the noise. They lock me up in the cells without any evidence. So Abronya have to also sleep in the cells. Okay. So keep your questions coming through. The questions you would have asked. This year is going to be a sweet one. I don't just feel it, I know it. Do you know why? Because the luckiest season 3 is here. Now, let me show you how to grab your winning ticket. First, you head over to luckiestafrica.com, sign in real quick now. Then you tap on community tickets, you pick your lucky number, or you can let the system generate one for you actually. Now, here's the fun part of it. You can choose how much you want to spend, from little as a cedi or 1 cedi, all the way to like 5,000 Ghana cedis. And you can buy a ticket for someone else to get them on the game too. Now, the payment session, you simply pay with Momo. And see, we are Ghanaian, you use your card. If you're an outsider, if you are outside the country. And just like that, you are in the game. One ticket could multiply your money like 500 times, and your whole community could win 10 times over. So please buckle up and let's get together, because luck is everywhere. Marcot Surgicals. Ebacho sense as we are more 20 dear who is capable Mr. Kokope Neto. A year Kumasi Atasamansu. A great location for baby a bit to me Atana. When you were soon Kumasi Atasamansu. Now in Sassania means 100 by 100 back, 200 by 200 back, and a 200 by 100 back. And to say 100 by 70. We a business woman and a businessman, so now pay baby for officer. Mr. A year Kwame Nkrumah circle. One will be in the heart of the city with a friend number 0244 314 310. 0244 314 310. Emery Pam made in boost herba Mr. Nebills microcredits. Number D Village Herbs Clinic and JD Enterprise one dance here actually. But the MF na yen komo. Bra Penny at Tennessee. Divine Nkrumah. A senior member of PPP. Sounds so a activist, political activist in Ghana. Opening case here. Yeah, Mawakwaba.
Me do so.
Actually, and then we share meeting with the president, meeting with the president. Nothing so. Come on, say about 1,000 babies in Swa. You're finding on the national service.
Okay, so but I say.
But if there's any other thing you can add.
I mean, chia, it's here for national for. Now, maybe I'm not. I'm quite cheating. Come be about China for.
Yes, yes.
I quite say. Mu trouble mu. What's China for? Abakana hasi.
Foreigners.
And I said, you. I'm them na national monsa. And I'm here the omope. But for me, all attacking China Nibia, me no one drink.
Okay.
Said that more person money to say China for now, no, we are irresponsible. I'm your discipline. No. If you are Gasa. Say, Udu Abontin Suni, Towa Samoa. The value of the Betoa Samsono. Eye di ofie nipa aka kire no ena no obegina so e de atowa ade treatment e de be ma wo no efie nipa ena de obekọ na ne aye kasai won se na okasa okọ China utumi ndi sebi osanfon bi wo na mebo no ma de no tolerate no systems no na ye adwuma na obi sebi obi antumi nkochimi eje de opɛ wo man mu na went to China hwɛ wouldn't say so kwa business na wo visa na kire say o kodi 2 days o kodi 1 week udu kro no mu a obi di upechi no de wo ko obekɔ ha shop way obekɔ ha so koto niama whatever you are going to do wouldn't say even ponu say scholarship say school da jumadi a obedi ye no ewie ye no the person responsible and as entity responsible they report to say omowie so you can't be in the country so also koto ade no be di wechi wato ade na wie o ye dan
what
we ko usu ba school sa
school no
wie o ye dan ko Sanom systems no eye adwuma ye de sa chenchayon jetli eri Jackie Chan for we mo ma ba we omusi wo Kotoka International Airport bibisa o omuni mabosi o kan cycle omuni kwan eye na ye lead omo call those places no and ye kire omo say forget it. Oh, where the Jafanja, where the Bientiminya Oshi. Sure, me China Nibi. Imagine say China Nibi to me catch me say, me to me have one on our procure national ID card. So, shall no color no digital on no. Or me to me have one on our procure national ID card.
What done again any?
What done again any? To our citizenship. Because you want better coin. Yeah, John.
Now, person we are getting here. So we use naturalization.
Yes, but person me just say. Oba be use system so no. O sika kakra. Utumi bia ope.
That's right.
Eti ye na yaye. Na obi ba osi dan. Share. Look at the kind of treatment omodema workers. Wouldn't say, "Yeah, kasa me say me." Opesa unyo opesa won sayare bia your one draw first. Sometimes when we want to address issues first your person e hwe mirror mu. Like what you want to do is say you look through the window. So ko hwe window ni mu you only see outsiders. Then you make attributions to say so omo di bone no. because you want to put the blame on somebody. But when you look in the mirror, you see yourself. What do you say? Abrofu, yeah, some bagana see. No more some pay. Workers are juma. Oko Liberia, Oko Nigeria, your rate ya editia in dollar terms mu. It's a bit on my juma see you month bend no because of the position, because of our structure worldwide no $800. What if Sagana ni na baka catch it? Obroni ni say $800 Ghana no try be breed driver and deserve $800.
That's true.
I mean matina HR panel ye gina ono mu a abrofo na ba wo omo per receptionist salary ko ma recommend $700 e paper so HR be catch it obroni ni say kono or see you high in receptionist that's $700 there's that time then I'm almost like 12,000.
Oh no, HR credit the salary
do tino or no catch no bro ni say there be in chia sa na we mu yam 2,000 and no crowd men fan men fan permanent staff na fan contract
that time be $70 be and $100
that's what chemu
ever say $120
and just scanned ba the balance wo mu we are na sorry no because aboni ya abro hwe China for we mu musisi dan omo ye niam basabasa wa hai na go to ebane say na ye land ownership systems no wouldn't say the siam no ka say foreigners for oni ensase and no ton foreigners o de ko pram area ho no say wa mo na ton asase wo obekọ no anagoman Nigeria man na ton asase enye sabi enua igbenipo anasasantini no abank right asase o eye Nigeria ni no ton asase
na asase ono ato ana ton ana
na wo foreigner ben necessary utumi ko bi krom say wo ko oni land no aton you have to revert
because it's lease as a foreigner
you can't go back to the owners no
as a foreigner you can't
asana go back
you on lease 50 years.
It's all of these things no yeah and China for we obo form hoodie
India ni bia na me ya man say me nko lead on person mo engage him for on person o lease o masa 60 to 70 I'm going to say in our laws you cannot lease beyond 50 years me confront it because hunu say omo ba they will increase the price. Can you imagine as my work at me
what I say nti wenum nyina ekeka hwe opa komokola your shops ahodo egu onu mu a edi da so no obekọ no ebia kwame minta kwasi but the real owners no anajo ye ya konta mo mu jiska no am ye retail no amanonefo iti me de mesra say ye state institutions ni agencies no na ese omo ye omo adwuma hwe me sometimes no me take complaints be the microphone yes say galamsey shisha baby microphone bi ye microphone bi di bone wa ha and ya nya betran kan ne akan ne akeka wan samwa nana hit papa na wokuku amu oga na ase ya yes ye di bone wo ho no mu a enye under a certain district
there be it's under a certain district or a certain chief
a certain municipality
tienim
it sadi pana owo ho no what are we doing about that person and it na esi ema even saying KPI eye adwuma obi MC awon kofo ye adwuma ono no mu a mining for wo mu supervisors wo mu you say na bibi koso a na aba nkran na e be complain na e be su say etu atese wo no sam nya no mu ka say ye tu gold wo no mu ye galamsey wo no mu no eni district bi ase ye ni MC so ye ni DC so no mu a ya appoint yo mu a ye ja ho no ma ya ba kra ye ba be su wa ye ya na sometimes no ye man kofo asudi a then ya relax it na ewia na ya so per excuses be and doesn't make sense to me enti sa ensem na ye ka we very important and I know too ade bi so koso ye dan mo mo abusu kan any tip to lay ma who say almost get pick loss no omo person make sure say ebe enforce foreigners na omo so ye sa mo business you know kwa ebe fa so ebe omo yi omo fees market no and I fully agree say o mre wa ha say e dey quota to onum say so person we foreigner na wonye business wa no ma your threshold your sika ya bato onum a e say eno na uni kra untumi entire market embe adwuma enti esisi e ma sa mra na adwuma ba odum na no tu ade bi so koso ese e ka bio ni say yen Ghana fo no moton ade no wo ye ni brefo bebre ye ni brefo obubapo hwe they complain say foreigners for edge omu business the same ade no a omu nyina import ye na Ghana ha na ko the next shop aye to ama 80 cedi no obako na nya Ghana ni to ama 200 cedis open fasubum Nigeria ni so atene de so hwe me kai time a kai say tiptole omu ye gidigidi bi wo no pamu Nigeria for I had a Nigerian friend bi a me call honum ekosisa screen the same screen I meet you 120 cedis no me call that mo close to you no call the next shop no catch us say 250 yes and no nya quality say no ye
next shop near Ghana ni shop
no to
250
when I foreign the next one is 80 120 80 cedis 80 to 120 almost ton aboso kai obedu aboso kai to see Ghana form here drivers for omo tonton odi opa bie phone trot for o me catch us o kwa bosu kan ya ye kase enkrofo no eniema no makofa ne bo eden the same thing o ko Nigeria ni shop kan do fa dan na chi a e cheaper enti sometimes no ya pese yen come asa mo a yes ya pese yes why no pese obeko bakota akoton ade a
beto ade
efu yeah, ba ne be mienya yekomu ne ebubu yekomu a
but near F no is it the same quality?
Yes, see first no excuse on man so Nigeria for dey be inferior e bi won papa but do so Nigeria for no ko fa na be ton mayen omo shops mu e no mo ko no makofa no be ton na boarding of for dan na chi a no akọ no e bi a 150 cedis be ma 300 cedis it is a wodim sa shop nim na be ton ma onkoto ade na akọtọ be akọji ade obakoji ade 150 cedis now 300 cedis oh we no so ka ho
enti we no 2
sa faso no pese omunya ne kutu hwe madam fubi material ya tonton ye new ones bi aba you turn 1 yard 15 to 20 cedis depending on the type of you know ono buy no turn 90 cedis China need about 15 cedis e ka fa 5 cedis to so o the more than 70 cedis ato so 60 cedis you complain here na mo musi enjamu
but no so no one massage capacity because China ni na o kan ebia wa hakoji loan at say 1% interest meba Ghana ni so akwaji loan at say 25 to 30% interest omunyina kra de ba they can't sell it at the same price.
No, you see yeah the side and free market na operating
but they should also essence you junior ho sa in that regard.
No to with sir regard asem ya okay. If systems be now in place and I might be no money man omo de ba cheaper than yours sir. Tio omo de fa he fa na be do Ghana
port.
Some fa port omo de fa baby. Mo so fa obi ni e ho toye.
No you fa na so money na de fa port.
But how come so be there cheaper? How?
An example na mama we.
What example we are on buy?
Buy say.
I know.
Akwaji loan interest 1%. Obi akwaji loan interest 30%. Oba say a ton near the same price.
Oda wu loan unti no. Ye loan na ko wo se na ko boy edit ye wu. Na no to pa 7 na okay. Tio your market running value. Value na no your range. Who the watra na wo ba be complain na ka kire say is because of loan bi a wo koji akwa ti say obi a oni need nkomo na oni ne ka salary asem say o me fa wo adwuma mu no si o me single mother enti ni scanner de ma me no o de me toto single lady a odi ba na you have not been fair to me sabi o sanya me suma o to pebu nko wo ba ye o ti ase because your agency 2,000 man make a single mother all over back in it me as someone make very important because for baby e dey asuma me say me be kan wan samuti na make am say ye pese Ghana for businesses no and thriving ye pese o engineer mo na so ye to be Nigeria for hijack your market no.
But we don't want greedy
but we don't want them to be so greedy say omo de bakuno obi pese of solving the problem nyina na wa ha dollar come from grass still won't tell niama so your banana niama no value ni come from one o still won't so I don't buy for same shop.
Doesn't make sense.
So the pound bit I connection of fear ma ko ji abekoji it's mo find out na mo bu afu it's about so kind for no so mo tie yen na mo tie yen ka
the chidin enkrofo
mo ma hu hwe ohun in Nigeria for ba ye o mo twi trolley si phone o mo ton phone trolley si so o mo den na
say no nya allowed.
O say
enya allowed.
Say
allowed some beton so
well mo na ka say because hu sika no so cheap sika nti say omo ni omo nko but them say san crofon that proliferation no and na ma se sia sa accessories no bo abefo ba bia utimi na cheap first no ko Ghana for shops ah e di book mu
ma men kai Ebenezer Mokhtar message o say nana when we buy Asimco brake parts from Nigeria stores, we get it 150 cedis to 170 cedis. But Ghana stores, they sell the same Asimco brake part, 300 cedis to 400. So I always buy from Nigeria stores.
What I say? But so the open post show we now the open phone line use Uber for grievances about the way our Ghanaian compatriots, they treat us with their businesses.
But some of them are Facebook. Why am I having such experience? The senior Ebenezer Mokhtar about Accra100.5FM. Wait a minute about my camera.
So all these things are happening. Charlie, yeah, can say you do you unim. There you say obi wo ha. Unya bi to me be a business bi. Na o pese on patronize. O go do hono no aka che say wakwa emi nti.
O mo na dibu no.
Aha. Afi da fi wo ka. Ayo hunti.
O mo de bebu se aha. Say hunti for.
Hunti for no.
Maybe I mean.
Wa utumi bageni.
Maybe ka jo basa charge me jai hunti no.
Na obe wa
de bebu.
Utumi bageni. Utimi straight so because so hunti obuka ko hwehwe mu no wa
bu don pen kasa yina
it's the same attitude na Ghana for na dey na dey yan say owo kra no obo customer service so ponye hwe Nigeria ni no akrokro just last month me say me koto tie me ka tie bako awe me chi Ghana for no just say obeko no omo de obi at shop na no ni run so o no I catch you say bako 550 bako 600 just how show any mumpo me say me drive ya na me bedu kokomlemle me hu so mo ton ties bi na me branch here na me ra ho guy no me can Nigeria na bizaza am bizaza o be petai was I got some on me kasa so bring 350 I me put am this time ya
papa 550 no
yes also bring 350 later I me transfer Charlie the thing for go fast Ghana ni my more than 8 shops. 550.
Is it the same brand?
No,
sometimes ties are so different.
Home use no range.
I'm talking of brands.
And the person that be home use no range. Who's a home use no do I don't know to mean the specific brand that will pay.
Yeah.
Home use no do but you just look at say any punch any issue be about corner say ejinemu
but me read the message you somehow then maybe we can move to the media press and the other we free Raymond Goodwill also know too the reason for which Ghanaians sell their goods more expensive than the foreigners like Nigerians is that most Nigerians bring their goods from Nigeria and they have way of bringing them and I mean say to Ghana without paying taxes. The other day, we arrested a Nigerian and sent him to the police station. He was released within hours same day. Later, we were told the Nigerian Association chairman intervened. That is Ghana for you. So he went to school and said, Omono de faculty kwai, unapproved route. Nababe ura system.
Unapproved saying. Unapproved saying.
I don't know.
No, me, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Even if benefit say my main catch business you be a business but e pay fa so ade e mo nyama boy for e see e pay no munya bi e
but say be a cutting corners no yen crofo ntimi cutting corners.
I'm telling you say most of them hwe me wo man bi me pese me boni di e wo tema o de nyama ba ebe offloadi a yifi e containers mu a nkofo fia busuo kan ekoji nyama wo hono wo tema SS spare parts a omoto no fofole department me to part 20 cd
no
o movie do abusuo kan 300 cds no be complain de ko eni
Martin wase
hwe na no tu
minia
ma me sha se fi national service oral semsem no ade bi wo no mo ekoso oga na asesisi a me no kase na no tu NDC aban way goodwill or enjoy from Ghanaians any the overwhelming supports vote side the man no betra kunya no mu ade ba ko ni triple da so e magana for the to aba no eye oral operation recover all loot no na di mu akotene pa memi wo madam Fubia ofi Belgium because of oral in ticket no try ticket but to aba one free national officer one free constituency bia oba no to aba na 3 days pa no call because or say or hwesenia MPP for no ebo abro no mu disika no a ese say for them. Have you observed the sentiment echo so social media? So be one obehwe say this year NDC for no CEOs ministers any appointees no complaints about the SWA government and go for catch am say kasa no de yabre take action
enye kasa
se see an go for person mu action echo so see I have said this without number say so many times say if oral fails, if the Mahama government fails to prosecute Sankrofoya Abudia to Tojanes in the I'm telling you our democracy no I told you no that's the end of our democracy. Next one fairly system now because say you lose GDA in another system. Now you say bra never fix the system no. You expect to say we take use radical approach. There are so three cases cause this year. By the time we do the 3rd year of this government, now you assemno ne puma sibrea. I'm telling you, say MPP will be considered, NDC will be considered. Say, I will know my bar bro pa one. The national service scheme and scandals are akoso. 2 adubuahe case
is a signals bureau.
What you events Papa we
Foriata
Kenu Foriata say yante she na say
nkoku cathedral
so if family doors but person me sure say eniama na wo ho no mu a say dia ye dia dede no yante hwe ya
PDS
and then Ansah na metie asafoji and on making some exposes bia utimi say NDC MPP for na mbedi yeso ATS no oma boy ya bro chrono and amu ye without regard ni respects ebu onim because sabi unim say wuja wa de to efie na no obi te so ye oba so ye onua na owia ne ho yusu na oyusu ne kakra nipa obu because onim say ohu akira obedwa but so you be a waja mo ka chef fridge mu
obanum ne nyina de
oba no anum ne nyina no we de nsuo egu konkoni no da chef fridge ni mama wa
onuso ntimi nya hwe
so mbu okay wohwe se ne ankrofo we mu boy krono no mo yom ni ama na se mu nyu obuo baako sei e de magana for
I said him.
And still their posture no catch us, they are still arrogant even in the opposition. Oh, see, omo arrogant a bon kasa ta. Oh, all the scandals are yeka about gift your worry. Any national services mean now. Obeje di say ono apply, ni kun apply for scholarship. Ewo scholarship secretariat any awarding a scholarship to go to the UK. Enkoye LLM.
Kwemra.
Unim say man scholarship ni wie no. And I give to or what I say. Or also deserve spousal allowance. Say the kun na enya scholarship or no any yere. It is on man allowance of £8,000. Tio, anya £800 o. £8,000. Say ni ku kosua de ntie se ono so mutua ne ka se ono no ye ne yere oba kodwojo na koma e ba koda ne ho nti no asem what ni panyin sam da
ye tu ya ka oka
hwe se gichaware sika ya o manya nyina ne krono akoso yi nyina o gichaware se anso no ode ne ni akwa ode ne nsa ne nan akwa bo scholarship scam
se
nyafu na so bu mbuye osanso wie yakra court case ko so cross e mo fam kwasa asem so ho wakwaji GFA post wakọ contest GFA elections ya sanso akwa to abana ma no because he John obumbu etimi say at the end of the day case we be travel e be ko sa na say this posture e de e ba be so mu na e be mo nkofo ane na mo num sa de mo sa a hye ye nim a hye hunim a hye num ewia sanso tunteso yeso dia e de e be tunteso kokko de a kira ban ni say we won't agree, we won't sit aloof. Say mu be jai
na se ma ba we sanya mistake MPPA yo ye ma ye nye di ma ni nkosi ase hu yanka no.
You know, Sassam we are yeke. National Service Director, Eddie, Nidi, Aqua National Service. List him as a volunteer service personnel.
Serious.
And watching millions of CDs as a service personnel or Sasu Yajumaji salary. Now, yes, also call and then I say, Yakoko on cover, I discover, say more than 10,000 babies in Kula. Just say,
is it 1,000?
10,000. 1,000.
I think 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
More than 1,000. No, I think it's 10,000.
Because 1,000 I'm a kind, but maybe.
I think it's 10,000 because
I more cross checking, mommy. I had 1,000, so.
Na audio mudia shemu as babies. Just say a cloud bukura no mundi 5 years o. Any of date of birth no. Ya punch.
Enkola anything.
Ya dey o ma punch. E la system ni tuo mo ka, etua ka.
How salary ni say? Na 799 and I
don't know if it's 800 or say
799. The 799 times 1,000 you're saying calculate mommy. I don't buy every month.
Yes.
Mo calculate mommy 799. Nanaya calculate mommy 799. When I'm cool soon, I'm doing mass. 799. Facebook from someone calculating mommy. I say 700. I say 799,000. Oh, I do some. Where's your? Man, Fabra me baby, I wouldn't mass. Well, I calculate the basa. Fabra me I mention. We want my figures in the best fairness. Hey. 799,000.
Yes, every month.
38 billion.
Now the only money I have money say.
I call the bottom.
There you have money say. Every month you will be sikaniba. Obu ya fast. Eko yi omo sikane wo mu no. Na the raw service personnel na omo ye adwuma no. 3 months dey nti omo ka. Number sasu do omo sikana kwa koto treasury bills. Aje hu si hu. Ewi ada betim bi di amamo. It is answer wouldn't get here. My member another information. Wouldn't get here. Attorney General no. Ne prosecution no edile no. at every point be na national service case no ye to me pushing crowd start prosecution no every time be am uncover new scandal on national service so it on me so me kokota na fufra be boom.
That's and even at that any excuse.
Yes, but I'm just saying say
I don't know court the idea fresh evidence but you just tender.
So nana the make can say sa cases we mu nyina ye ensemo a ehia Ghana for say cathedral sika okobrane say we use almost $97 million and they akoto ateche
eno kura nye full scale
na I say ye jano not ho and then all of a sudden can for real tasem ye jaika
unti bio
can for real ta unti nasem na unim me President John Dramani Mahama ni NDC for
untumi utinasem
ya tinasem na President John Dramani Mahama ni appointees mistake bi asa o ma nye careful won omo best smile
at the wrong side of their mouth
unim MPP for we mu the omaye we nyina and ra utie omo youth organizer
Salama to Mustafa so there
o say omo ba ban mu a omo ba back to power well
very well what they say the waka
o say bibia wa cross your line bia wa frustrate your bia no
they will deal with the person
say we mpo a omo ba ko tu ni fun no ma dealing with ni fun
okay
look at the mindset
onu ye we yeah
the see de be ye no o say ne saman
okay
ne saman po o me chesi ne saman
very well oti abam ye kasa se mo
oti abam we ne kasa se mo chine
na so de ada na press
conference and the party chimi o ja no
council me enka
na mo ti honom na sa grofo we mu na mo hwe and so odi ba se mo ka
adie so nti ne gira adie so to
to abama o say according to Salam no see o kosi ni papi na and say or the chill
but I'm pay or cost
these people have cost Ghanaians
you know the pains they have cost us
see obienku yo tio look at the pains am cost workers of collapse banks so now you tio
can say no BBC am say me say GM Bank mobile na look that's the first what tenants make me introduce you ba that was the first question by the minister say
DDP emom lusu omusika omunyina omupo nobody has come after you guys obia jamu you are breathing you are living nobody has come to retaliate na nipa we to nya no say onu ngiba obedu bone a let say nipa we ombu
divine say we mo fa K MPP mo fa K
yes
your question if any of fa K atro or say this Ken Oforiata won to me National Cathedral scandals shows that what NDC is saying in 2024 election is propaganda.
That's
and he's right.
But that's what will happen.
Ovake is right because
but that's what will happen.
You know, I'm going to compare to him.
You're the better set here. Wow, it's a some way I can no to and you call our grown some na ye can wa say ye bet na say na Ken Oforiata fa no ho adi na give to one more afom ho adi because otherwise then you have to start apologizing to them because me no some market sanctofo na say mu bia ya no credit to prosecutor mo dia mo man starting bu yambu kotodwe kopo mo chaw
government is 8 months
say
I'm buying chair
she ye kasa asem we bia
them na make be neka
no 8 months and what because you see if suddenly in some night say sa na ti na sa na ye ka kire ye from aban mu a say boni o madi ye pa sa na
sa na ti
pala dia ade no mo anu mo kasa ade no mo anu a no ma see free days free your mother free your grandmother o cha say enti me de asemu ya asemu here
Anthony said I silent on NL hono dey no o say You people too are silent to NLA. Too bad. Money is bad. I don't know about NLA BBS.
So I'm saying KGL.
KGL, you know, okay.
So there are so many issues, I think, say, as I say, address it. And here, and sir, and Yamawi, Miss Candace, the Dawson, said about 2 and you, near the catcher, so President John Dramani Mahama, Baby Dihun Como, and I say, oh, yeah, Necrophono, discuss it. Mrs. Say to me, a near prosecutors out of Wimu, and Chomo from one. Yay. On the fence, and we will come after you people low. Now, no, yet tissy chrome, yet tissy road in the moa. As I said, who say tissy moa. Yet tissy moa. You should do the needful. A bang penny for a slam. Mamu quair. Now, then, and I am a timid classy, and I before I saw Bamimuno. Wouldn't say, be my would say, my classmate, my roommate, my hostel mate, and no more catty corners.
You're from Guru Boys.
Sure, there is an agency, Mimbodi. You buy, MPP for Babeko at the 11th hour, and no more recruiting for giddy. Our man family requires so, or more you should due process.
Yeah.
Obaja decided to buy, see you are Mashada. Me say I'm giving time some time.
Okay.
Omo ba ya see grofo mu nyina am ya fa due process so na employ omo ya form wa adwuma mu ntino. Obo obi anko fie no. Non MPP activists.
MPP.
Yes, non MPP activists for.
Okay.
One of the guys catch me say oh no dey any party. Yes, you on ho. And this is somebody ya. Oh no akwa to obi. And only the political influence I got now. Also, we jam because of your classmate. Now, NDC grassroots ni a common demo.
I say to them to turn.
Like,
Masa,
it doesn't make sense to me.
Go to all the national companies. Now, correct NDC for here a yedmao. And these are matters that you can't conform yenka. But you should understand, say about one. You want to support to NDC, and you're more against NDC. You can't tell me. So our power, almost support to Nintefi. No more support to Nkosunidi. If you tell me this, you are foolish.
I'm saying
you can't
that
tell me that. What are you saying?
Tio,
when people were campaigning, where were they?
I am one crop. I am one crop. There, Yan say, Maba, na say, yes, say, oh, you better see me see or see you, or you be classmates, meaning the co school, radio, a minipa. Meanwhile, or two wouldn't the I mean, say, time no more, no more, Kaiwo. Grassroots for sorry. Because me say my mama want up to December. Na no two. You best start it. You nim say obunya appointment. Obunya omo guys actually baby omo tuna you be disclosing ni nyina. Omo dia dey no family and friends. E dia girlfriends, e dia relationship. You be bubo mudi. Because sabi obi ko uhu mo bi fu from ko keka.
The bad one we bu no.
Obi mebre no be from Konkodi.
Me the president here.
Sa MPP for Niama Tantaina, Omuya in the pasta. Bibiba. Now imagine the Omude here, Alaji Bugano. Say a call my election. Now a current hotel, and they have girlfriends. Now party functionaries, executives, and a form. Party full soldiers, and an form. Namumun and Namude. Niamano your girlfriends, the boyfriends, the cronies, and the friends are your best at Tabu Bobo Bodi.
And the MPP.
And these people too, some of them have started. See, now
Massa would do when this in it.
Me say
confusing system. No. And the MPP.
MPP for some make a choice. Sasubino.
Very well.
Sasubini be NDC for me. If one, they are misconducting themselves.
Okay.
They are making the government unpopular at their various workplaces, you know. Normally opposition people, no. Non people, see, they got the jobs in the last 8 years because of politics. If it is for the same reason now, and you'll be so called before from so many days, I say I can't afford. Now they also buy, Osio, or a minia, or a madamfo, minimum dada.
And so campaign in your day.
Enti me mama fasa
chema wengo beti
meba mama fasa prosecution we embe na fosem Momo fan kate corners. Mobi fan koji sika. Ocha say. No nipa ni konkodi. Na yet honum na ya fe yes. Otherwise, I'm telling you, say, if it fails, see, if na Mahama fails to make sure, say, ora no, ebe succeed ya democracy na yen na aja tu no, the youths, ebe try say, they can't take us for granted.
It's obvious. They didn't define Kroma or a lead member, ma PPP. Na my question be say no answer ABI his second round be answer no be say GM Bank na krakra na say mo babaka na say
question be no
GM Bank nti uba the next one chairman akwaba
enia
empom to say
adu
they say yeah ready meet the press yeah question me na person me be say ma
oh
said the journalist want to me Kobe
so we say
okay the only how when the president with the same committee
so we say was so oba tax rationalization no
okay
ekwasi saying
the cracker saying
just for because now minister of finance can say after the medium budget no on your budget as I speak sa invitation na nyamba do me table na majidi say enchekra November and also they will have to come present 2026 budget against 2026 and so definitely we want to know how far and what are the things we should be expecting that it will be out or in. So far, and of course so when him say or promises say about abolish COVID levy, it was one of the cardinal points that he promises. It was part of the promises.
Yeah,
but the median budget and the media budget review no. Now the COVID levy was still on silent. And so we want to know whether it's also going to be part of the rationalization of the fees and charges at the port or what. But above all, I think that the president have done a good job. Some of his ministers have done well. Some of his appointees are doing well. Some are also not doing well. And that is why the president make time to meet them, to tell them his vision. And so we can always the president well. And then, of course, Okanse Oba assisted this from the government. That has been done. Okanse Oba educational conference, Obaye second century, OYB. That gave us to the 2025 budget that we saw a growth. Not just a growth, we saw a stability in our economy as so far as I'm concerned. Because your home city 10.2 for a very long time. And that stay for consistently for 4 months. Make good savings, especially on one cranium about Temahabo. Because Dana Nemede will be example. Many board and members paid a courtesy call to the governor of Bank of Ghana. And that day, one of my members, he was using Lexus Sport. I don't know if you know that car, Lexus Sport. It's one of the luxurious car. No, say or the buy to January or February or March, he would have paid 1.5 million. But because I sit in the bad 10.2 or to have 550,000 to clear that cargo. That means he had made savings of 1 million. What I say, that's what we are talking about. People were paying 400,000 to clear cargo, suddenly are paying half of that money. In fact, there was one MPP guy here, Honda CVR, before January or February or March or April, no. Now we get 200,000 or more or 150 or more. You can clear Honda CVR. And that was why Honda CVR was costing 500,000 Ghana cedis or 400,000 Ghana cedis in our market. Or you got 54,000 July, 54,000 cleared. Is it 2018 or 2017 model? It was in this house. Not admit here. And so, and even as you speak, no, customs are using 11.4 or so in calculated duty. It's still best than when they were using 13 cities or 12 point something during January, February, thereabout. And so I can tell you that President Mahama has really brought some good strides into his government, some discipline too into his government. So far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure his presidential staffers are up to even 200. I don't think. I'm not sure his vice president is not staffers is not up to 30 people. the staffers. But we know about that, the government, the presidential staffers were hovering over more than 300, more than 400 going. And so he has done well. He pinched himself before he went to pinch us.
Abandon was close to 1,000.
I stand to be corrected. So I can tell you that he meant to do a lean government, and that lean government that we have seen. System ministers, it has never happened in the history of Ghana. I don't know, maybe in Nkrumah time, I wasn't here. So I don't know how many ministers Nkrumah was in. Liman time, so I don't know how many ministers Liman was using. But I can tell you, so far as President
Maybe in the Fourth
time
Republic.
to Kufuor time to Atames to he John Mama first, and now John Mama and to Akufo-Addo first and second, and now John Mama second. No, this is the first time I'm seeing system ministers. And with some I've been saying we can use 25 ministers to rule this country, isn't it? And so I will applaud the president for those strides that he has really apprenticeships. He has said he will do it. He has done. He has launched it, isn't it? I think they said October thereabout or so.
They will launch it.
And then Sami Jefi also said we will start gold refinery very soon.
Yes.
That young man, we must applaud him. He has also brought very, very, very huge contribution so far as our currency stability is concerned. And the governor of Bank of Ghana and his two deputies are very, very strategic people. You know, they pump so many dollars into the system. Now they say no, we want to strike an average. Now dollar is hovering between 11 to 12, isn't it? So I'm sure it's going to be there for, let's say, another 4 months or 3 months, subject for them to up it again. So with that one now, we will not feel it so much. So that is a strategy. That is why in the month of August, we are in September, right? In the month of July, August, no, they didn't pump so much into it because they wanted the citizen to get some feet, then the dollar also get some feet, so that they will meet importers halfway and also meet remittances, because remittances people were holding on. Ghanaians are not omode omusika graba which is skabebre na omukoye ne program me opeso sit down man mame ana ne wafasi ana sese and omo a me for omo fanema come na cotton exporters, they were not happy to bring their proceed when instead of them to getting, let's say, 16 cedis to $1 or 14 cedis to $1, they suddenly say 10 cedis. They have made their projections, knowing that if I'm bringing in $20,000 as export proceed or $100,000 as export proceed, I was going to make so much money. And because of that, your projections is taken by surprise. So I won't even bring it. So that alone also give some hardship to the commercial banks, because that is why the commercial banks were also getting their internal generated forex to trade with the public, because remittances come direct to them, export proceeds come direct to them. What did I say? Are you following the conversation? But because of when the city was 10.2 for a very long time, no, people were not ready to bring it. And so now that it has come to 12, maybe people will be happy and to bring it so that at least they can meet halfway off. So government is meeting them and meeting the Ghanaian. And above all, we also saw some videos where Kuku ni Roa no Kuku, because he was making that if the government increase the Kuku maybe 6,000 per ton or $3,000 per ton, then it's 16 cedis. Many can be free. But see, mama 3,000 and mama 6,000 grandpa, me go convert it to 10.2. My projection, it don't reach what I want to do. So na I'm bufuma bakru. Na see me some another young man somewhere. Me also whereby he has gone to say or no bro. Or talk about $100. I know he was hit about 100,000 Ghana cedis. What he say? But you see, I brought back 500 Ghana cedis until got $200. On to 10,000, left alone 100,000 to also drop. But in this regard, and in petroleum products, it has never crossed 14 cedis or 15 cedis per liter. That's never, even if it's called 40 cedis, maybe diesel, maybe.
What's there in this country?
Liter per liter, yes, per liter. Right now, since your mama
right now, no.
So all these good indicators, no. What is happening? Say we have a very strong government, but weak government communicators. Okay. The communicators seeing all these videos where Kukura, Koko say, Sikana or Shenim, Abana this Karamano. And consider we also say run Abbey conversation now he had with the Joy News young man or Timmy Church said the rate now
honorable Eric Poku Kranya 101
also that the listen to so the rate now no Kogu for no say omudi man on bayin ska budu but the city stability never no it affect them obi anoka say talk bro $100 no, yeah, 100,000. Say or $100 or only 10,000 or less no. Can I say communicate? Well, can I say look, we na e magana for there ya hunto ya because mrebi ukita sika bebre no the to adi kit sisa ukita sika kit what the to adi bebre so what it means is kana ahwani abum abai papa aba what you say but the communicators maybe yantuamka ya ma obi amfiu obi amfrem call any meeting they are not telling them who is responsible for you people who will give you allowances. I say every week go, and I say Busumbia wo, yeah, Koha office way. This office is responsible for you.
I don't know about that. Though.
Oh, but that is what is happening. And you have seen this MPP Tana, this stability by no, Kaoba who communicators peer with full force. Have you seen that aggressive communication come from the NDC communication team? So because Sami Jemfi is busily working at Gold Board, no, someone should have taken over. Who has taken over?
Oh, but if Sami Jemfi is not there, and
so who has taken? No,
I think Akugan is the next.
So
right?
What is he doing for them? That all these things is there. That person who's fighting that. Why will his bro $100? He could have got 100,000. Now you say 10,000 or no job, no. Can you communicate? They reach out to that person. Educate that person. They should talk. They should educate public. Let us understand that maybe they talk fuel 1 liter alone, gallon you 20 cities. 1 gallon over 100 plus. See, 1 gallon is 54 or so, or 60 cities. You can put in that perspective. You have made some service. Who get 100 cities? You have made some service. Anambwa.
Yeah, no, correct.
So the communicators and these communicators is very weak. And we say, more weakness. What is it? Why are they silent? Are they silent because somebody is not coordinating them well? Are they silent because nobody is calling them to a meeting? Are they silent because somebody is not giving the rightful information?
Are you saying because they have not touched on that matter, they are weaker now? Because you see NDC communicators always going to radio stations, going to TV stations.
Aggressiveness, no.
Like passion.
Yeah, passion.
Aggressiveness.
People must be. They are in government. People, they must take care of them.
Very well.
I see CSO. Minya Azubila and others are all complaining.
Yes, Mahu Azubila said.
What they say? Minya Azubila and others are all complaining. In fact, I was saying it is the first time I heard say, or see Stanogwe dinner court, and we say, oh, he should come down. Let's talk to Stanogwe. We know a family for why will he go to court? Say you have said something against him. If you say you have said something that he's not happy, go and apologize. I'm sorry.
It's family matter.
It's family matter. But why will he get to court? So go and find ways to part with your brother. Stanogwe is very reasonable person. He will listen. So these are sort of things. So I'm saying, so all these CSOs. Even important as well as MW by Ghana for as well MP for them say Asakade or Kasama MPP NDC. In fact, in Parliament, one of the vetted Honorable Tatus Global or Tia Kwabena or who say Asaka said of the year no. Say no na NDC say your mama opposition say Kabeyam obesino Saro Katreme say you were against fighting for NDC but I was fighting for Ghana for see I will come back a cotton name any MPP ni any NDC ni o kofu fuel feels the cotton fuel any MPP ni any NDC ni PS ni I was fighting that what will bring stability good condition to good living to Ghanaians, other Ghanaians.
And chairman, I think that young Fakona we so.
But person can some way because I will do something different. Hold on, person can some way. Okay. My Yahoo report on Joy News on excavators.
It's way different.
No,
all right.
And I want to put it on record because this is a bigger platform.
Very well.
Sir, excavators issue about Ghana, as you see, but that's it. Ghana is the highest import of excavators now. Problem no my farmer will be young farmer minister of transport. Young farmer minister of transport because kind of this is now taken was very mad and very soft, wasn't having any head or leg to stand on. My catcher on the plane say, Minister, why will you I don't know what kind of scare a yarima because all the trailer also Obi aba frau even if I don't care import the minimum or my pay my catcher on minister to give me permit to go and clear my excavator. But you should have issued a statement. Say, look, from this day, today's 10th, like today, 10th September, Anambwa, today's 10th, if you haven't loaded excavator, if your excavator is not in Ghana land, is not in high seas, by 30th, shipping line, do not accept any excavator to come to my country. If you accept any cargo in the name of excavator, when you get to my port, you have no place to bed, left alone to dock, left alone to discharge. Then you write to the Director General of Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, do not allow any vessel with excavator to come to your port. Fill it up. Those of you who have already brought your container and your excavators, and your excavator are high seas coming, clear it. But if you find your excavator in mining area, we will confiscate it. Because some of them started importing before you took over office. So you don't come to carry somebody headache. Somebody have given them the permit. Somebody has asked them, bring it. I show them, I will give you permit to clear. He has lost government, and you have come in. If you want to stop it, as part of mining, Galamsey, you will issue a directive, stand directive. Tell the director of Ghana Port, by 30th September, any vessel that comes to your port with excavator, don't accept them to discharge. The DG of Ghana Port now will write to MPS, because in Ghana here, Adetekwa Airport is controlled by the DG. Tekwa Port, deputy director of port is controlled by the director general. Even MPA that have their own independent terminal, the director general has control over them, because that's the landlord. To say MPA, if there's a vessel that caught your terminal and is carrying excavator, do not discharge that. Let them take it back, or you will be penalized. That shipment will be penalized for bringing excavator to my country, my port. Nobody, none of the shipment will not come. If you take you can give millions of. They will say no. If I get to Ghana, they will not allow me to come in, because not only excavator they are carrying, mind you. They are also carrying with other consumable goods. But if because of the excavator, they will not allow my vessel to better, I won't take excavator. But you allow it. As you speak now, you are carrying excavator to Bema camp, I'm told, to Misa camp, I'm told, to use what resources. Where do you get those resources from? Where do you get those resources from? You are carrying some risk. How long can you keep those excavators there? Now, excavator become a talk of town. If there's any blame, you should give it to the Minister of Transport. He has failed us woefully in this regard. So you can go to your next topic. Okay. Your next topic you wanted to ask me.
No, not a topic.
Yes.
Na me advice say minimum arrangement and this communication communicators in the world. And we cannot also sit here and say they don't have meetings. What I know,
I guess when you want meeting you. No, that's why I said,
maybe I'm getting there.
They are not aggressive to educate.
In fact, they are
not aggressive to push.
What I'm about to say is making your point stronger.
Okay.
The point I'm making is that if there is nothing like ABR, Yinshia, because sometimes obu on musu here for no dia aba. Obu on mu corner obey no here data. Serious callers. That's what I'm saying. So the point I'm making is say your best say hono dia omonhwe. Because communicators no anywhere there's no party.
And yeah, no, I don't know the man. Also, one color.
That's what I'm saying. Also, papa communicating and the party about power.
It's not only the transport coming to radio station.
Yeah,
so I don't know the man. Also,
they should take care of the communicators, and not even only the communicators, the branch executives, the
exactly.
soldiers, all of them. But I know, say they can't do everything.
Even
in a day.
We are external bodies.
And kakra.
Yes, we are married.
And you see, external bodies like PNC.
And yeah, in PNC, we can't even import an export association.
No. Me person use PNC, Movement for Change, people like Divine Kuma. They are not NDC people.
Yes, they are external.
But they were in the same fight against evil.
Absolutely.
And to all these people, I think say, but the government cannot do everything in a day. So gradually, I'm sure.
No, but if you are doing extremely well and your communicators are not communicating well,
so he will do it.
I think they are demoralized. Who say it?
And I'm saying that
I think nobody's taking care of them. Who say it? Is it first quality office to take care of them?
In fact, I'm supporting you.
Who is taking care of them?
I'm supporting you, Chairman.
And we the CSOs. Who is taking care of us?
Chairman.
Why am I here? I am coming, Chairman. You were one of the people that because everybody was saying how we did.
Chairman.
How was hard.
Chairman.
Nobody was coming. Nobody was going.
Chairman,
many people were closing down their companies and really going
to they came to my house on my car glass. Many day.
On the Bible glass.
Oh, you followed during the elections. But the point I'm making is say,
I come to you. We have few even when they were appointing radio presenters to government and communication department, I was saying it's wrong because these were the guys that were helping you. Let them still stay where they are. Take care of them. MVP. Hey, MVP super sorry.
Now we can't radio so.
MVP, yeah, me too so sorry. Because MVP they were taking care of their people. They will do it.
They'll do it.
For them watching them where but chairman upon the rest.
I know they'll do it.
When you have Bobie, how come to come and say Bobie as a Bobie as a got two board our printing press. Printing press.
So
Bobie as a printing press.
He loves education.
He's not even board chairman. Printing press.
But on the most serious note, dear.
My young kind of creature.
Matthias,
say they don't take care of the communicators. They don't take care of their external bodies.
Yes, and now to allow chairman to talk.
They are not taking care of us. I'm telling you. Me say important. That's why I say. My microphone way good for. I'm coming now. I'm family go.
I'm going to go.
Me catch you.
So why when this in?
Okay, yes, I'm going to say. I said, I'm easy. I'm not crying.
I'm so Casaman dizzy.
Sanuka.
I will go it.
Sanuka.
The target no.
And it is possible by. Obia Mamma Waziri. Obia Mamma Waziri. Send Mupa.
Chama,
if they don't think of their communicator, men don't hear me. Men, me do my for it. Me do my for it. And no, no, see, important say, because the Jamal Bar, Mutoya, Mubois, or Mutom, Obia no unit car, Coverture, Lexus Sport, Coverture 1.5 million. He end up paying 550,000. He saved money. Obia no try like 400,000 guys for river container, and then on just as can be. Obia no ye, your friends. Honda CVR, then the boy market price. They have 400,000, 450, 4 billion and a 4.5 billion, 5 billion.
Chairman,
or because 54,000 guys. Daniel, yeah, can
Chairman, my fan will see. Everybody will have back on them.
Sarah will test you on. Testament. How will you catch us? Said, and yet. Minio Bobie, on Carriage, on Gancham, and Kobaku to Commano. Hey, Yamia Valentina, Otifie. Valentina, or for every friend of back Accra FM, so Class FM. Oh, Baba Bonja, ya upon the Valentina Otifie. Obia Fino. Nana Mama Brown, Nana Mama Brown, sorry. Nana Mama Jaco, no Tiha, Bobin, no Tuba Tran, no Bonja, Nana Obia Fino. Obia Fino, ya can't somehow say, ya can't feel. I thought your Jalo Jum. Jabba Jum, you don't make a Jalo Jum. So that Omo Master Omutu Hedipan Omu Hiamo. I didn't pick a phone and call somebody. We are yet to set up. We have a threat. And some men are catching. Young girls to trust you.
Live on Accra100.5FM.
Live on Facebook. Live on Facebook.
His name is Chairman Awingobet. But on the most serious note, one from Waba. And Kunya Timothy and Timin can be brave. But Chairman Cassia. Chairman Cassia. Young Kayan to me, but your time, no senior for chairman. I mean, I'm so old to the chairman, but sign Sankoy. And not just a call, no. And I just am about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Divine, my Miss Uncle.
4 cry one.
I am Munyan Treat, I will be able to be now.
Only, your friend say. And then my penny meet the press, Jumedia or Babayano. The mechanic say, and I'm not quite sure. One thing very important in governance, and they say ubu unya mouth ubu or maya. You have to carry the people along.
Absolutely.
As I say, at every point, you know, more information. They must be aware of state or minor edu and pempensoa development and in Yama and Koso. So the beya obia jimu enye ne kesena. Otase. Njoman penye engagement there. And I said, "Chop for no ma omo call so many opportunity bisa questions in so no." I think some call muko bisa
quality questions.
Quality important questions are a pressing magana for a pese. Yenya answers to. Otase. The person yenya answers to because enya sa. Na at the end of the day no mako we see. Some bisa niema Ghana for person omonte. Dem person omu. But the biggest challenge, a chairman if you buy no. Sir President emiti press wie no ko kana sem wi a. Why mu na be so in Samunimu.
No more explaining.
I propagate. No more church. Breaking it down. No more sustaining momentum. No.
Exactly. And now they are kind of
communicators and journalists.
Because yes, on my penny, I can you share. Wouldn't say the media and come on when you monitor the airwaves, you might think, say, NBC is still in opposition.
I say, yeah, no, great.
And then we show you a movie. And then we show you a movie. Yeah,
and it's a form way.
Maybe NBC National Communication Officer. Mwakasamuni, Kwame Kwachemo, they know how they suffer, they struggle to get them to even come out. Their main cadres, I'm going to release you and the Omuko appointments. Fine. A confusion about Chidomo, what are you doing to those people? So what President Mahama execute no Kasavia? Nama Beba Vejanum, no, to Abejana, no Bebrantia, no be a phone in a tomb. Me dear, the mechanic say, a confor, our Moabe, Muromu Femuaba. Na me dear, no, to some catch some amount up to December. Mebu body. Omwa also the chairman kano omwa omure fi say enkrofo na bu amomba di power na omonya power na omuges nkwa na omo hwe no
me fa me sika to me fu agu me ka na ma ba radio me bo a me ba ha ya mama bibi me bi say
ye ba he
mama bibi mama fu well
Debbie
no ba ka za na mo ba ga ba ya ma yanka me for me me ka to me for me fa be phone last no ma sira ko mo ba from ba ka cho say ko comedy mu From Sabu Fremin's appointed to Gramon Farm call. From would be me for me. Be for lance. Be for lance.
I'm aware.
Mrs. Be for yet away. Won't Timmy Catamount. Mrs. Be for lance. But when is for Bafra? Be me for me cata. Whatever be for lance. 02023. Bobo Namano. Bodeka. Oh, Aqua.
03.
And I'm going to show that
030 22 08 090 030 22 08 090. At here for a move frefre. Say something I can't cry enough.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Nana Utuni.
Maybe try Kasa. And I will go bet the air focus. You.
Miss Referee Volta. The Papa na Okata Setiano. No. Nigeria need bread Juma. 6 o'clock now we store. And you will vote not to war. Ubanya Diato. Ghana need bread Juma. Who call 8 o'clock or see or bonfire. Or bonfire now because I dear Obedia. Who see Yanto Adie. Eh? Also, sorry, bonfire of fear. Ubedua. A Juma, no, I'm here with Juma, no, be able to adie. Now, so Ghana ni or Macasa or bonfire will feel bedroom Juma or Tab bonfire. Eh? Nigeria new con Nigeria need store 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, Umanya Biato. Macasa, you.
Yeah, see, I found my chairman. Chairman, okay. We encounter out of respect in the amount. So, me fancy. Me face my many this birthday. But yet it's a bit here on the channel. And you know, and this impending voice over to you. Please take care of your people. Why? Be very fine. The calls I made to me a day from party members, so many. I wish I could help them. But penny will cry out. It's so sad. It's so sad. And these are people you went into the dungeons with during campaigns. You promised them. I know 8 months. But those. Now, I am a time cry. See you soon in your position in ministers and I will come said to Wasi and said to you, oh, just salary. Ubi because one settle. I don't make you know where I'm in Tiazi. Oh, my God, yes, I'm Grandpa. Who come to you? Allow us to settle with him. In Tiam, but your most motion boys, no. Eh? Ha. Now, young swear what grassroots no, most munya betre. Good stuff. But I dear back on Bessie Council say, yeah, share the auxiliary communicators, I said, Ubu and Monyan Destiny. But over communication, moya, they belong to different political parties. Oh, me more beating, but me you should be say define Chroma's example, or Nyan Destiny. But he's against evil system. Into such people in common one and they are by Solomon, Uwusuni those people, please. Let's take care of them. Before they are bought. Anyways, Maminya this birthday, there's this great guy. And they're all celebrating the birthday. And yeah, my name said his bodyguard. Please do you have the videos? His bodyguard to Honorable Erikopoku. No, I should say security official. And to Minya Anna, I would say what did you them or Bearman Kasa or Sunwa, Tintin Gramo. Minya Isa, it's your birthday today. Na we hear say bra a pockety. Na we share the police atadia. Would him say partner. Baby, you better know they come up. Wintimi so countries we need scat because no one abo Erikopoku dem. Aha, Honorable Erikopoku si de. Eshinenum kra na we yama. Enti Honorable Isa, and your birthday. We wish you happy birthday. You are security detail or bodyguard to the minister in charge of Agric, and it's your birthday today. Onyankopo nshira na onyo kese. And me mpa bonus say next year by this time na erade nshira at also. So Isa, enjoy the rest of your day. Chairman, sorry, so 1 minute.
1 minute then I can say good for through Abosokai Omoni Nigeria traders no. Omo some na person children say good Abosokai for no among year bonibia. Foreigners are not supposed to have shops in our market. Not that they are doing distribution or wholesales. They're supposed to be somewhere that the market should be only for Ghana for Nkwa. That is what is happening everywhere. What do you say? And I buy on here now that was pack no our a flower root no so no farm ko any channel for almost katamanto okazi omo shop rent ene ne boy di pa shop owners omo kita shops around few for no they are milking because that our brothers and sisters are Ghana for so market no they rather not get in the shop to sell their goods because of high price. And so government should take it as it's our law to protect our law because I buy say unprotected law because they are the gatekeepers of our law. The other aspect is say harbor so temaport so Lebanese, China for Indians are also clearing agents. Uko harbor here oba agent da oba batra aduana say the whole day around the long room hono to a friend who say ship line black star line hono onim tema black star line tema have hono onim black star line hono odu ha oba ho say obi ojuala na baba tra ha oyese ofan santo no so say first ka MPP time 2016 MP say oko marketer the women are on Jomama mobile for the say they like this obi antohwe yes anu kai 2016 no nti oko abranteni ojuale free se mkodjuma ba okra na yire se mkodjuma ba ejuma ba okokotra na wode oni juma ye meanwhile Lebanese for no any Chinese for no they are clear shipping lines have left carrier the work is supposed to do carrier bring cargo to port that ends it they turn round to take customers and they're clearing foreigners which shouldn't be.
Thank you.
It should not be.
Thank you.
And so what is happening about Zoka if it cares not again me also say very soon street foreigners they will rise up against that thing that's happening in the port.
I'm grateful, Chairman.
You can never enter to clear cargo unless Togoni. Uko Nigeria kotone mbana omuko Nigeria ko fane mabano. Odu Nigeria on team ko Nigeria man kotone unless middle person.
Chairman, I wish you continue but my time so.
Chairman, what's some ready? Yes. Catch omo say omo so omo prices no. Anya competitive omo nteso na Ghana for no be greedy.
Me tiase. But the difference in NSA nipa na otu say oye foreigner oye wholesales no oto de na ma 10 series a e me dey come shop man member go oto na 15 series the same nipa na would even walk into him ma inside so obato na obaka je ko asaka ho because asaka na retail member wholesales na o say the ma 8 series inside of the baba
enye brake pad na o kan wa asesi a you turn the same brake pad no Nigeria for 150 Ghana ni koto ho no beto 300.
No, that's what I'm saying. Say, obi beto kotoa, ono ya retail. Ono Nigeria no oya wholesale.
No, but who Ghana ni no so
gentlemen, thank you. I don't have time now. Let me read this short public notice. Evacuation of excavators from the port of Tema to military installations. The government of Ghana, in collaboration with the relevant security and regulatory agencies, has authorized the evacuation of all excavators from the port of Tema to designated military installation at Tema Shire Hills, Accra. This directive forms part of national effort to regulate the importation of excavators and to ensure the safe custody of such equipment until they are duly cleared by their respective owners. The exercise will also facilitate the decongestion of the port to create additional capacity. All consignees and their license agent are hereby informed that 1. The established customs clearance procedures at the port remain in force. That 2. Upon completion of clearance formalities, consignees will be directed to take delivery of the equipment from the designated military installations. That 3. The cost of transporting the excavators to the military installations together with custody charges shall be borne strictly by the consignees. Stakeholders are kindly advised to take note of this directive and comply accordingly. The cooperation of all concerned is solicited in the interest of national security and trade facilitation. And for further inquiries, please call the port security manager. Numbers in Waha. Okay, so 0244-850814, issued by Ghana Port and Harbours Authority. Very well. Up-to-date estate construction. Tell me, country says, I say no, it's a for 6,000 cities. Utria near amount 6 months. We be 30,000. What we are into be the country 6K 30,000. We be 2 years here from 0531-228-238. Makacho also say it's MTN there. And my papa uncle na bit me also. Dial star 138 hash na o follow bit me aboa. In boost eba mixture and one ye de ko eye ya de kwankro. Me ba cho e boost immune system no ye pa. Nti pe say onipa kwa no gina brania. Fresh 024620849 024620849. Bills microcredit. Omunti enebodwa for amate de el market. Omuntu susu ansa ne abo obesia. Obi yes okupe besi yes just a 4 months. Wow. And once we crowd Ghana card. Oko ya ebetimi abo obesia 0596-920833 0596-920833. Village Herbs Clinic and one Manswa Herbal Clinic. They say a Village Herbs Clinic. Ya die bia o de kwa no a o metimi aboa no matreat. Me pacho wo hwe machiri kwa mo new fada mabombe washing bay. Na a doctor for no de omo ye adwuma papa. Village Herbs Herbal Clinic. Honum na isi obi akọ 0272019917. Me hu say chini ba ko sori ma chini fufraba. One achim boy begat another achim. Me din bi na no tu da ko. Me ochiman peace me amini o sino mind de share. Ma me chia mikromofo wo afru sino no be proud. But this share me anam ti ha nti. Usunofo me chia mo pa me sori na apia. Achimko onum bremo. Ono nso emetenase na yenye se adwuma yi. Na me se ni nyina no ye yire ho a ebeboa ama Ghana etimi afa ne ntuma pa efra. Kwam. Momra. Okay. Very well.